But if we look back over the last several years, of course, last year we ended up the 2020 season. We didn't play them. We had that spring, but Belen wasn't on our spring schedule. But going back to 2014, the first time that I think we played them, and that's probably not accurate, but as I look back at recent years, was actually in a state title game in 2014, and the first game of the season in 2014. Mm-hmm. So we played them the first game of the season and then in the title game. They went undefeated in between. We didn't, but we went through the playoffs undefeated and got to the state title game. But going back to last year, I guess year before last, in 2019, we played them 56-14 Bulldogs, 2018, 28-14 Bulldogs, 2017, 48-14 Bulldogs, and you're going to see a trend. They scored 14 out of 4 out of the 6 games we played them.
Yeah, 14.
We didn't play in 2016. I didn't remember that, but when I was going back and looking at the games, we didn't play them in 2016. 2015 we did. We beat them 41-0, and then 2014 we played them that first game of the season, and then we played them the last game of the season. So right now, the Artesia Bulldogs 6-0 since 2014 against the Belen Eagles, and 2 of those games were state title games. In 2017, we won 48-14, and in 2014, so 3 years apart, state championship games, and we won both of those games. So it's a rivalry. It's not one with a long story, but we have faced each other in those 2 state championships during our short history. So kudos to Belen, because they've been one of those teams that's kind of been top tier for the last several years as well, getting to a couple state games. Belen comes into this game having lost to the number 1 ranked team in 5A, the Farmington Scorpions, and that was last week. They got beat 53-13. I believe they had a game scheduled the week before, and it was canceled due to COVID things.
Right.
So they've only played 1 game, so they're 0-1 right now. Belen in recent years has had a fairly wide open offense, but they have a new head coach in Andrew McCraw, and they now look to run some more. What we're going to be able to see out of them is an option-style offense. They'll run it out of several different sets, but they will be running that option. Probably, I would be surprised if they threw the ball 3 or 4 times in the entire game. Now, one thing we know about teams in the past that we expect to run a lot, sometimes they just do surprise us. They're trying to catch us off guard. But being this is his first year there as the head coach, they've changed their offense to this running style option, again, out of full house backfield, out of double tight ends with 2 X-backs and different formations. I think even out of the veer, we might see some of that. My guess, my gut feeling, and after reading about them, is that they'll just stick to that because they're trying to build the season. I wouldn't think that he would change his offense 1 game in just to face us.
Right.
So I expect run against us. Belen has good size and speed. They're very comparable to us in these areas. So they're not going to be overpoweringly big like maybe what we saw in Carlsbad and in Hobbs, but their speed is going to be very similar to ours, and they do have some big kids, as do we. They're just not going to be as big across the board as some of the 6A schools that we see. Artesia is going to have to play sound defense and keep their assignments, because that triple option attack, for everybody that knows about triple option, and it's one of those offenses that you don't see a lot of these days, but that triple option, you really have to, your defense has to be very patient, and they have to do their job responsibilities. And if not, if somebody doesn't take their guy, then we may see some long runs. And so it's very critical that our defense keeps their assignments against that triple option attack. And defensively, the Eagles, the Bulldogs anticipate them running, and some of the things that I've saw about them this year, even though they've only had 1 game, is anticipate them running a 3-3 front. 3 linebackers and 3 down linemen, a nose tackle that may bump over to a tackle position one way or the other, maybe inside or outside shoulder of the either outside shoulder of the center or inside shoulder of a guard, and then 3 backers. And one of the things that they probably will do, what they did against Farmington, is they almost always brought 4, so they're almost always going to bring a backer, but you just never know which one unless they're giving it away as they slide up. And then the other thing I anticipate that they'll be doing is trying to maybe even bring 2 backers or a corner off or something like that. And so the Artesia Bulldogs should look for that, and they're probably going to run those blitzes out of multiple from multiple areas. So I kind of said that they'll have those three linebackers, but if they walk a backer out on one of our slots, he may come from that position, or they may walk a corner up and roll a safety over the top over the wide receiver, and then that corner comes. So we could see corner blitzes. We're probably going to see multiple slant type blitzes. We're probably also going to see some circle blitzes where they'll circle a linebacker around a defensive lineman and try to get on the backside try to confuse our offensive line.
It sounds like it really kind of depends on how they've scouted us in our first two games and whether they think they can have more success pressuring the quarterback before the throw is made, or stopping any running that we have, as opposed to dropping people back in coverage and trying to run with our receivers.
Right. So Belen 2021, the new coach is Coach Andrew McCraw. It's his first year. Their colors are maroon, white, and Vegas gold. They're 37th ranked regardless of class, and their Class 5A rankings at 11th, and they've got 15 seniors coming back. Their non-district notable games, Farmington and Piedra Vista. Their district consists of Valley, Del Norte, Highland, and Los Lunas. And I don't think we had any common opponents. I didn't change that, but I don't think we did.
Okay.
Players to watch, I believe their quarterback is Diego Espinoza. He's a 6'3" senior, and then I believe all three of their linebackers and their strong safety are going to be solid defensively. For the Artesia Bulldogs, of course, Jeremy Maupin in his first year. Our colors orange and white, a little bit of gray mixed in this year, and a little bit of black. Max Preps were 14th overall and 4th in 5A. With 25 seniors. Our non-district notable games, of course, we lost to Carlsbad. We beat Hobbs, and we've got Cleveland coming up, so 3 6A powers. District, Goddard, Roswell, and Alamogordo. And the players to watch this week, I said our offensive line because of what we're going to see in their blitzing packages, and our defensive front seven and having to stay focused on doing their responsibilities.
Those are very important things to watch out for. So as you're listening to the broadcast or watching the broadcast online, keep an eye on some of those factors that Joby talked about. Well, shall we take our first break?
All right, I'm ready for that.
We're going to take our first break. When we come back, our guest segment coming up. You've probably watched him on television every night for a long time now. Van Tate is going to be our guest, and he'll be joining us next on the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show.
Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs!
What's up, Bulldog fans? My name is Boschman Upchurch. I'm the worship pastor at Faith Baptist Church, and I just want to take this time to invite you to jump in with us every single Sunday morning. We have services at 10:30 a.m. to praise God, to worship corporately as a family, and so I want to invite you. We'd love to have you. Go Bulldogs!
Let me hit the record button. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back on the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show, and it's our pleasure to have with us as our special guest in this segment, Mr. Van Tate. He is with KRQE Channel 13. You probably watch him on the TV every night, giving the sports report. And Van, thank you so much for taking time to visit with us today.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you're from Hobbs, New Mexico. Did you play sports in Hobbs? Were you athletic?
Played a little football in Hobbs. You know, we moved to Hobbs from Chicago, so I went to middle school, high school there, and that was the one thing about it. When we first got there, I was impressed with how the athletics was in Hobbs. You know, it was a little small town like Hobbs. It was just I was just getting introduced to basketball when we left Chicago, and football was something that I always liked, and I played some football while I was in Hobbs.
Okay. Played football. Did you get to play some basketball too?
I played a lot of summer league basketball. I never played basketball like during the season and stuff like that. And, you know, that was my brother's thing. My oldest brother, he played basketball. He ran track too. So we all had our own things. I like baseball too. I was a baseball guy too.
Play Artesia in any of your games when you were at Hobbs?
Yeah, we played Artesia in football. I remember my sophomore year, we played Artesia in football, and it I remember one thing. I don't know who was the quarterback. It was actually the sophomore team. And I can't remember who your quarterback was then, but I remember getting back there in the backfield, and he had silver dollar fries, man. I'll never forget that because, I wasn't a small guy, and I was even a little bit more compact then because I wasn't this tall yet. I hadn't stretched out like I did. I stretched out in college at New Mexico. I stretched out to 6'6". So I was about 5'8" or 5'10" back then.
Well, Van, if you don't mind sharing, what year did you go to high school? What years?
I graduated in 1981 from Hobbs High.
Okay. So when you were a sophomore, I was trying to think who the quarterback would have been. His name was probably Scott Runyon.
Was he on the sophomore team?
Well, probably
This is the sophomore team.
Yeah. I'm not sure who it would have been. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you guys have had some, I do remember a couple of athletes around that time that was competing with Artesia around the time I was, and these guys were football players and they ran track, Pope and Sosa, Marcelino Sosa, and I think that was his name. And the other guy's last name was Pope. You remember those guys?
I know who you're talking about. You're a little before me, but I do remember that.
So
okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm one of the old heads.
So you graduate, and then you go to college. I think you said at UNM.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what did you major in? I'm sorry. What did you major in?
I majored. You know what? I majored in business when I first got there, and funny thing happened. One day just changed my major to journalism, and I can't tell you why I did that, but the one thing was funny. After I got my first job in TV, my mother had these cassette tapes of us that we used to make when we were kids. And I used to do this fake newscast called the Creepy Scary News. And I didn't realize that I forgot all about that.
Does she still have the tapes? Does she still have those tapes?
You know what? I don't know. I think my mom has since passed, and I don't know where those tapes are. I think my sister might have that. Okay.
Well, in this day of internet, it's probably a good idea that they're not out there. so
yeah, I don't want that to get out because they were kind of creepy.
Well, it was called The Creepy Show, so. Well, Van,
it lived up to the billing.
Right. You've been in the industry for a long time. Can you share some of your favorite sports moments, whether they're high school, collegiate, pro, or one of each?
One of my favorite moments it was a crazy night that I had. Holly Holm had just defeated Ronda Rousey. She wasn't going to come home for a while because they had her on this media junket. And I'm pretty good friends with Holly. And I was talking to her. She said, well, hey, I'm going to be in Las Vegas this weekend. Do you want to come out there? And then my news director said, oh, yeah, you guys need to go out there and talk to her. So I go to Vegas to talk to Holly, and the UFC keeps moving her every time we get set up for an interview. Oh, she's got to go do this. She's got to go do that. Holly said, I'm going to talk to you guys no matter what. We're going to talk tonight. And so the day started at 8 a.m, and and it went all the way like late night. But anyway, so they keep moving us. We never get to talk to Holly at the moment. And then Canelo Alvarez is fighting Miguel Cotto that night. And Alvarez invites Holly to his fight. So Holly said, hey, Canelo invited me to his fight. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go. I'll just go with you. She said, yeah, why don't you just come with me? And so I go with Holly. I have no ticket. I have no media pass. I have nothing. I think they think I'm her bodyguard. And so we go in. Yeah, this is a wild night, man. So we go in, and I'm seeing, they got me in this section where all these different people come in. Here comes Michael Strahan. Here comes Charles Barkley. There's Dave Chappelle over there. And I'm going like, man, this is a weird night. And then all these people keep trying to come up to Holly for an autograph. And the people running the card, some of them come over and say, hey, look, we're going to move Holly to the Rock Nation viewing party in the back so people won't be bothering her. It's a private little – my earpiece just fell out. Hang on.
That's never happened in live TV.
I'm gonna have to grab it. It just fell out of my ear, man. And well, you guys can still hear me with one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll grab it after we're done with this. Anyway, so they take us to this Live Nation viewing party, and I'm not, like Rock Nation. That's what it's called, Rock Nation. I don't know what Rock Nation is, but when we walk in, there's Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's their party.
No.
So yeah. So I'm in there. Kelly Rowland's there. There's some other artist or whatever he is. I don't know. There was a guy talking to me and Holly's ex-husband, Jeff. We were sitting in there. And this guy talked to us the entire time when we were there, and he was just entertaining us. And he was so nice and so down to earth, and he was just cracking jokes, everything. So they come to get us because the main card is starting. Cotto and Alvarez about to fight. When we walk out, they start putting people on the big screen. Well, the guy who was talking to us, they put him on the big screen, and the place went crazy. I'm going to Holly's ex-husband. I'm saying, like, who is that? He said, I don't know. Neither one of us knew who it was. And so, anyway, we keep moving. I bump into Holly, because they try to put Holly in a different spot because they told me and Jeff to go to another area. And but anyway, we end up over in the same spot where Holly is again. And I'm walking with Holly, and Dave Chappelle is like, Holly, get over here. And I still have this on one of my cell phones. So we go over there to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's taking selfies with Holly. I'm just shooting this on my cell phone, all this craziness. And I have to say that is one of the most memorable, strangest nights of my life because all of that stuff happened to a guy who had no media pass, no ticket, and he was just hanging out with somebody.
The bodyguard.
You happen to be in the right place at the right time. So did you ever find out?
Nuts or what?
Yeah. Did you ever find out who it was that was on the screen? And did you ever get your interview?
Huh. I have no idea to this day who that was. And, and we've had all kind of things, like another memorable moment is a bad one when we were coming back from the Indy 500 in 2000. And the guy I was with, Matt Romo, was one of our photographers who's been on a lot of trips with me. He kept saying, "Oh, our plane's going to crash." This, that, and I just quit saying that. That's crazy. And so when we're going out there, the plane gets struck by lightning, but it didn't do much to it. And then when we're coming back, we had to change planes in Houston. And so, and the trip to Indy was great, but now we're on our way back. So we changed planes in Houston, and we get up, everything's going fine. We left Houston. I'm sitting on the wing. And I look out to my right, and I notice there's a fire. And I'm going like, that cannot be good. That cannot be good.
Right.
All of a sudden, next thing I know, we're in a free fall. In a free fall, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing like that feeling because it's so final. It's so final because what do you do?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it but sit and wait for the end. So the pilot gets control of the plane, and what had happened was the engine on the side had malfunctioned and caught on fire. And so he had to use the one engine he had, made an emergency landing into Houston. And I'll never forget that because the finality of that whole situation was unbelievable, man. I mean, there's nothing that feels like that. I don't wish that on anyone. It shakes you up to where every time you fly after that, the takeoff and landing, you're always just kind of like, just a little on the edge. So.
Yeah, well, do you check with your cameraman to make sure it's going to be a good flight?
No, I don't say anything to him. Don't tell me about what you're thinking or anything.
Right.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Because he kept saying that, and he learned a big lesson from that there's power in your words.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we've come to the end of the segment here. Kind of recap or tell us what you really like most about doing what you do, which is you cover a lot of high school sports, college sports in New Mexico. You're on the TV. What is it that you really like most about your job?
The thing I like the most about my job is every day is different. And you meet so many different people. Some people you end up having relationships with, like they end up actually being your friend. Because people are just people, like if you guys got a lot of stuff in common, you click. I like that. I like the uncertainty of it all because every day, like I said, every day is different. You got a new set of 24 hours, and you come to work, and it's gonna be different than the last day. No day is the same, and I love that because if that's not variety, I don't know what is.
It sure is. Van Tate, thank you so much for taking time to be with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Van.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, and sorry about the earpiece falling out.
That's okay. That's never happened before in broadcast, right?
Oh, hey, man. You know how it goes, right?
That's right. That's right. Van Tate, our guest on the Faith Baptist Church pregame show, will be back to give you the keys to the game for tonight's matchup at Belen. That's coming up next.
Hey, Artesia. I'm Jen. This is Andy, and we work with kids here at Faith Baptist Church, and we want to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, on Sunday mornings at 10:30, we have a service for our pre-K kinder, and then also for 1st through 5th grade. And then on Wednesday nights at 6:15, we have our faith groups, which are Bible study groups for 2-year-olds all the way up to 5th grade. We even have something for you, the parents.
Okay. Absolutely. And if you cannot come on Wednesday night, but you want your kids to come, you can text the word BUS to 68878, and there will be a link that we send you that you can fill out and get your kids signed up for our bus ministry so they can come without you.
Thanks for watching, and go Bulldogs.
Hello, Bulldog fans.
Let's go, Dogs!
Go, Ducks!
Love that.
Hey, I'm Josh Howard. I'm the junior high student pastor here at Faith Baptist Church Student Ministries.
And I'm Mike Duff. I'm the high school student pastor, and we want to invite you and your friends, 6th through 12th grade, right here every Wednesday night at Faith Baptist Church up on the porch at 6:15 p.m. Bring a friend, and let's go Bulldogs.
Go Dogs!
All right, here we go in 3, 2. Well, wait. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back on the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show. Joby, that was great being able to talk to Van Tate, and I don't think either one of us wants to fly with Van and ever.
I don't want to fly with Van, and I'm not sure I want to get on a plane again. Just hearing that, it's kind of scary.
But it's great. He's been a big help to us, and appreciate him and all the work that he does covering sports here in New Mexico. Well, coming up here in about 35 minutes or so is the kickoff of tonight's game, Artesia at Belen. You kind of set us up with the history between the series. What about keys to the game? We know who the players to watch are. We kind of know the history of this series, but what are going to be the keys for these teams to be successful tonight?
Well, one of the keys that I actually didn't write down, but I kind of covered it earlier in our first segment, was that the new head coach, Andrew McCraw, he's a triple option guy, and I really believe that if they want to do some good things, they need to stay consistent with that. That's what I expect him to do, because this isn't only his second game and coming in kind of late to be the head coach there for Belen this year. So that's my expectations. And I think for them to have a good shot, one of the keys for them is to stay true to what they're going to be doing the rest of the year, which is a triple option. Defensively, I feel like one of the keys is they need to get some 3-and-outs. They need to keep Artesia's offense off the field as much as they can. They need to pressure our quarterback, and Robbie talks about that almost every week, but it's just a true thing. When you're playing Artesia, you want to try to take the Bulldogs, out of our consistent timing passing. And so if you can disrupt that timing, a lot of times that helps you defensively. And then the third key, or I guess the fourth, is they need to have some long, sustained scoring drives. I'd say scoring solidly like that, because it's good to be on the offense, be on the field, and keep the Bulldogs' offense off the field as much as you can, but they need to score too. So they need to have some long, sustained scoring drives. I feel like that's a pretty critical key for the Belen Eagles.
Well, if you can shorten the game,
right,
by having a running game and long scoring drives, but if you don't score points, Artesia historically has a very quick scoring offense, and you can sit there, take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, and then Artesia gets it in half a minute. They're down there and scoring. So yeah, they need to score at the end of these long drives.
They need to have those long drives, but it's going to be critical. And I know that's probably an obvious statement, but sometimes, as analysts, we look at it and say, well, they need to keep the Bulldogs off the field, but really they need to do that, and they need to score some of those times instead of just driving for a long time and then turning it over on downs or having to punt. For the Artesia Bulldogs, the keys to the game, I think the timing between our quarterback and his receivers is once again critical. And again, I think we talk about that week in and week out. But our quarterback is new to the Bulldogs offense in terms of being the starter for the varsity. in Taylor. And so his timing is going to improve. We know that's going to happen week over week, but just continuing that improvement, and his receivers too, running good crisp routes and being ready to receive the ball. He's got a good arm. He throws the ball in there very tight and very, a lot of times he'll sling it in there pretty hard. And so they need to be prepared and ready to catch those after running their good crisp routes. Defensively, I think we got to have a solid defensive assignment football plan. And what I mean by that is whoever's taking the quarterback's got to do that. Whoever's taking the pitch man has got to do that. Whoever's taking the fullback, when they ride that fullback, they got to force the quarterback to pull the ball out of his stomach and make another decision by tackling that fullback. So good defensive planning and assignment football is going to be key for the Bulldogs to not let them have those long scoring drives. And then the last thing, offensively, I think the offensive line, they got to pick up those blitzes that we anticipate, and they've got to be able to beat the one-on-one coverage. I think that's, and a lot of times Bulldog quarterbacks are going to be licking their chops when they see one-on-one coverage, and any team is going to do that and try to bring extra guys on a blitz, they're going to force themselves into at least one-on-one match, if not maybe two or even three. And so the Bulldogs need to recognize that, and they need to beat that. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, they need to look at beating that one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, and those are important keys, and we'll I guess we'll grade ourselves at the end of the broadcast.
We can see if those keys mattered at all.
see how we did. Well, thank you, Joby. Thank you for letting me sit in for Robbie here on the Sideline Show. Next week we're going to be in Deming, and so we'll have another pre-recorded feature like we did this week. But then in 2 weeks we'll be back at the Bulldog Bowl and look forward to those programs as well. Stay tuned. We've got our pregame show coming up, and then Robbie will be joining us. Joby, of course, will be here, and Jeff will be here to be down on the sideline for our reporting there, and we're looking forward to bringing you an exciting broadcast here tonight. So for Joby, I'm Gene. Thanks for joining us on the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show, and get ready. The pregame show is next.
Professional truck and auto.
Who's ready for some football? Then let's get to it. Tonight, your Artesia Bulldogs square off against the Eagles of Belen High. Bulldog football on KSBP AM and FM and at KSBPTV.com is presented by ENMU Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Ward & Son Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed Company, Guy Chevy, KFC of Artesia, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Now, here's your hosts, Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. And, well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
My name is Julian Rodriguez. I'm a junior. I'm number 14, and I play wide receiver. My parents are Jerry and Nicole Rodriguez, and my siblings are Isaac and Adriana Rodriguez. I play basketball and baseball. My favorite college is Alabama, and my favorite NFL team is Baltimore Ravens. And what I like most about being a Bulldog is the tradition and how hard they push you.
My name is Devin Fierro. I am in 11th grade. I am number 15, and I play slot. My parents are Steven Fierro and Melanie Bejarano. I have three little brothers, Dominic, Brian, and Isaiah Fierro. I also play baseball and football, that's it. My favorite college is probably Texas Tech, and my favorite NFL team is the Denver Broncos. What I like most about being a Bulldog is the traditions and all the friends that I get to make along the way.
My name is Omar Salais. I am a sophomore. I am number 51, and my position is center. My parents, his name is Lily, and my dad's name is Omar, and my siblings are Julian. I play baseball and football. My favorite college is Alabama, and my favorite NFL team is the Dallas Cowboys. What I like most about being a Bulldog is the community around me, the positive energy.
My name is Dominic Pacheco. I'm a senior this year, and my number is 52. I'm an outside linebacker. My parents are Robert Pacheco and Araceli Pacheco. I have 4 brothers: Derek Pacheco, Alex Velos, Andrew Velos, and myself. I really don't got a favorite college, but my favorite NFL team is the Oakland Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders now. The best thing that I like about being a Bulldog is just getting to really just being a part of all the tradition that's been happening, just everything that's been going on, just being part of everything. It's real special.
My name is Randall Hamilton. I'm going to be a senior, and my position is a wideout. My parents are Elizabeth and Randall Hamilton, and I have a sister named Sarah. I play basketball and tennis, and my favorite college football team is probably Oklahoma, and then my favorite NFL team is the Chicago Bears. And the most thing I like about being a Bulldog is probably the bond that we have as a team.
My name is Nemesio Hernandez. I'm a junior at Artesia High School. I'm number 85, and I play wide receiver. My parents is Heather Sanchez and Jason Hernandez. My other sport I play is basketball, and my favorite college is probably Texas Tech, and my NFL team is the Steelers. And what I love most about being here at Artesia, or being a Bulldog, is that it's a family.
My name is Angelo Gabaldon. I'm in 11th grade, or a junior. I'm a manager, and my parents' names are Luis and Beatrice Gabaldon, and I have a sister named Angelina Gabaldon. Other sports and activities I'm involved in are track and football. My favorite college is Texas Tech, and my favorite NFL team is the Cowboys. What I like most about being a Bulldog is the tradition and being a part of something.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
Summer vacation is here, but just because you're on vacation doesn't mean your teeth should be. Protect your teeth this summer with a few summer tooth tips. First, drink lots of water. Believe it or not, most of the problems start with a dry mouth. Keep yourself and your mouth hydrated and happy. Avoid sugary drinks and avoid chewing on ice. Sure, it cools you off, but it's not great for your teeth. Don't forget to brush and floss regularly and dry out your toothbrush. Save your teeth for summer's sake. These tooth tips brought to you by Dr. K. Youngren and Smile Expressions, 2520 Hermosa Drive, Artesia.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need the most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Hey, Bulldog fans, Joe B. Hodling here with Coach Bowden as we are going to scout the Belen Eagles. That's the team we face this week. And, Coach, thanks for joining us. Let's talk a little bit about Belen. And one of the things that we know is that they've got a new head coach.
Yes, sir. They sure do.
Tell us a little bit about him and what you guys are expecting him to run, as a team, and then we'll get into their defense and their offense.
Well, most recently he's from Eastern.
Okay.
And coached for the Greyhounds. He coached their offensive line there. And, of course, if you know anything about their offense, they were 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Right. Of course, they lead the conference in rushing. They throw maybe 3 or 4 times a game.
Right.
And so that's what they're going to try to do in high school football now. They're going to run the option and dives and sweeps and try to run through you.
Well, so from that perspective, there's a lot of different sets you can come out of and run the option. And when you say the option, are we talking about the triple option where they'll ride a fullback and then have a tailback that they'll pitch to?
They'll do both. They'll line up in wings and send one in motion and dive that direction and pitch it to the man in motion.
Okay.
Or they'll reverse out and give it to the guy on the veer and fold somebody inside to kick out the defensive end.
So the expectations are for the most part, it sounds like, a very tight, double tight end type set?
It could be a double tight, could be double wing, could be a flex with a 3-yard stand-up tight end.
Okay.
Like Iowa State used to do with their slots. They'd stand up right there. But it was, that's what they did at Eastern. And they were very successful, won a couple of conference championships there. And he's trying to instill that at Belen. They got a late start on it. It was probably mid-June before he was hired, maybe late June. And he took over, and he's happy to have the job, of course. But he's familiar with that area. He was at Valencia when Valencia first opened.
Right.
But he's a Lovington graduate, Andrew McCraw. I actually coached him in the All-Star game his senior year back in 04, 05. So I get a little older now. I can't remember exact dates. But, But he's a local guy, and he knows this area well. We're going up there Friday night and see what we can do.
So, all right. So on his offense then, so he was at Valencia for a while. Did they run the same offense? It
Yes.
seems like they did.
Yes,
Because I
they did.
remember when they ran that offense years ago.
They sure did.
Okay. Well, so how about their size? I know you guys, they only got to play one game so far. They didn't get to play their first week. So you guys probably have some film on them from week 2.
Right.
What do they look like physically on offense?
Well,
they got a big offensive line, big backs. What do they look like?
They went to Farmington, and they did some things to Farmington, which we think is the number 1 team in the state right now. All left to be said, but they stopped them on defense. They moved the ball efficiently on offense, not as much as they want. They're still in the infancy stage right now. They're learning a lot. They don't have it all down both sides of the ball, offense or defense, and that's what these games are for before they get to districts, so they can make the playoffs. But they look like they've got a pretty good chance to make the playoffs, with the exception of playing Los Lunas the last game. They've got Piedra Vista in there, who's down this year, but the rest of their schedule looks like they have a real good chance to be 7-3, 8-2, somewhere in there.
Going into the end of the season.
Well, I think take one away because they didn't play week 1. So.
That's right. Well, so as far as their size go, do they got some big guys? And
Not really.
Not
Not
normal?
compared to what we've seen the last couple of weeks. Going against 6A schools. Belen, their numbers are good, but the size is about like us, maybe a little smaller. We have some hefty guys that are going to get down in trenches with these bigger schools and compete against them. And it's good to see some other people that aren't as big, and maybe we can do some things against them.
Okay. Defensively, what kind of defense are you guys anticipating them to run? The fronts and the coverages and those kind of things?
We're expecting to see a 3-3. It's a 6-man front, and they're bringing 6 guys most of the time.
Oh, really?
They're going to bring the middle linebacker probably a third of the time, and their outside backers about a quarter of the time, and try to mix it up with those 6 guys stunting in and out. And so they're, out of the 60 plays we saw, they stunted about 45 of the time. 45 plays.
So a 3-man front, when you say that just for the fans, so 3 down linemen and then 3 backers.
Yes,
so
sir.
One of them will be cheating up and coming probably every play. Almost every time.
Somebody. And so they're going to try to put pressure on you. And of course, we've got 5 with our running back. That's 6 to block them. So, you're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit if they want to stay with that. And hopefully we'll see it in the end zone.
Right. Okay. And one more thing about their defense. In their secondary, the one game, the film that you got to see, do they have some of the speed back there? Are they going to be?
I'll tell you what.
Or do we have a chance to get by them?
They really do. They've got a couple of guys out there. One of them's an outside backer on our left. He picked up a fumble against Farmington. And Farmington, they're pretty good in track too. He ran it 75, 80 yards. Nobody got close. And then they got a couple other guys. Coach Maupin knows them well because he was in that district last year and the past few years. He says they're another outside linebacker, and the free safety has a lot of speed.
So they got some speed to go against our speed guys.
Yes, sir.
The third phase of the game is always interesting from my perspective as a fan of Artesia, because I feel like you guys as coaches do as good a job or better than anybody in the state in terms of our kicking games. What do you guys expect? Do they have a great punter, a great kicker? Do you think they'll just always squib it? I mean, what do y'all expect?
They do. They have a real good kicker. He's put it inside the 10 against Farmington 3 times. The 3 times they kicked off. And then the punter, he can probably average over 45 if he didn't have a shank or 2. And so he's consistently getting it down there, probably out-kicking his coverage, which will help us. We'll get some returns there. But he did get a couple of them shanked and went out of bounds and hurt his average. But he's about a 40-yard average right now, even with those shanks.
Decent kicking game.
Yes, sir.
I'd love to see him kick it deep to us. I hope
that's
they do.
what we're hoping for.
Right. If they got a kicker, maybe they think he can get it over us.
We'll see if we can run the starburst against them.
Right.
We haven't got to do that this year.
Right. And then on their return, it sounds like they do have some speed guys. So we may see some speed back in their return.
And they're just pretty basic, pretty vanilla on the types of returns. They're not trying to run reverses or anything like that or starburst. They're just trying to get the ball in midfield somewhere. But, that's one of the areas that most teams kind of slack off on getting ready for ball games. They want to get their offense and defense ready, and you can see it in the kicking game possibly. But with those 2 kickers, that punter and kicker, they got a good chance of competing in it.
Well, I'm obviously biased, and I tell people all over when I talk to them about Artesia how I think, and I said it earlier, I think our kicking teams are the best in the state, and I think it's what you just said. I think a lot of coaches tend to kind of leave it behind. You guys don't, and so that's a tribute to you guys.
There's 25 or 30 plays in the kicking game every game.
That's right.
So you better work on it.
Makes sense to have it ready.
That's right.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for joining us, Bulldog fans. We hope to see you up in Belen. I know we always have a great following, so we're looking forward to seeing a big crowd in Belen. And but if you can't go, make sure you tune in here on KSVP Radio or KSVPTV.com. So, Coach, thanks again, and we'll see you up at Belen.
My Eastern experience will help me design the future.
Led me to be a justice on the New Mexico Supreme Court.
My Eastern experience will help me star on a Broadway show.
My Eastern experience led me to a career in graphic design.
Led me to a successful real estate career.
My Eastern experience led me to be an actor and a comedian.
Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
TMJ Auto is giving away a free tire rotation and oil change every quarter of the year. Surf onto their website, tmjautorepair.com, and find the Register to Win tab. Your name will be placed in the drawing and no purchase necessary. Plus, find other great deals and savings on tmjautorepair.com.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here, joined by Coach Jeremy Maupin on our weekly chat with the head coach of the Artesia Bulldogs. And, Coach, before we get into this week, you guys are taking on the Belen Eagles up at Belen. Before we get to those guys, I wanted to visit with you a little bit about what's happened so far in the season. Took on Carlsbad the first week, and we took a loss. And then last week, faced another 6A school in Hobbs and got the win there. A lot of folks, including Robbie and I, as we called the game, we could see a lot of differences between week 1 and week 2. What are some of the things that you as the head coach and your coaching staff saw with your players as you prepared during week 2 versus how things went in week 1?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we really challenged our guys. I think you learn a lot more about somebody when they lose sometimes than when they win. And so we really challenged them when we came in that Saturday after the Carlsbad game to, what kind of team do we want to be? How are we going to respond? And I really thought our guys came in Saturday morning and were real critical of themselves, grading film. There's the thing is, when you watch film, we always say it's never as good as you think, it's never as bad as you think. But we came in, we watched film, and I thought our guys were real critical. And I thought there were some good things we saw, and we definitely brought those up. But there's a lot of things we had to fix, and so our kids were really responsive to that. And then came in, Monday and Tuesday. I thought we had 2 really good practices on those days. Wednesday, honestly, it wasn't our best practice, and so we kind of pulled some guys in that day too and challenged them, and I thought they really responded, and I thought we had a really good, focus Thursday, and then to come back and play the way we did Friday was really good to see. And our motto is get better every week, and so we just need to make sure that that's what we're continuing to try to do. And so far, week 1 and 2, we were a lot better week 2 than we were week 1. So.
Well, and I certainly agree with you there, Coach. The players, it's hard to say just from watching the football game, but it seemed like there was a little more focus, maybe, for lack of a better term. But that sounds great. So when you were preparing during week 2 for Hobbs, what were some of the things that you guys specifically pointed out and said, this is how we can improve over week 1?
Yeah, the biggest thing, we thought our defense played really well week 1, and then they played really even better week 2. But the biggest thing offensively we talked about a lot was, limiting turnovers, which we did, not by a lot. We still had a lot more than we should and that we need to have on last Friday. But we really put our defense in a bad spot several times in that first week. We had a bad snap fumble on the 1-yard line. We had a fumble inside the 20, and so that's 14 points right there, and that's if you have a 14-point swing, that's we lost 31 to 13. So I think it's important that we look at that, and we talked a lot about turnovers, and then we just talked about we have to win all 4 aspects of the game. And our big message last week is that we wanted each player to be the difference. That's what we said. You be the difference in us winning or losing. I thought our sidelines were a lot better. Like you said, I thought our focus was a lot better. The first week we lost the kicking game. This week we came out, we kicked our blue kick, the first kick, and I really thought that got our momentum going right from the beginning. But we had, we got down the field. There was no big returns except the one on the kickoff return. But really, our guys just kind of came in, and I thought all 4 aspects of the game, sideline, special teams, offense, defense, we won the game, and that was a big difference for us.
Well, it was great to watch. It was fun to watch. It was an exciting game, I think, from the fans' perspective. Well, this week you're going to be taking on a foe that Artesia's fairly familiar with, and you maybe even more so, having been in that district for the last 4 years. Talk a little bit about Belen, what your expectations are coming into this week against that football team.
Yeah, I think it's hard to get a real good beat on them right now. They're the bad part is they're on their 3rd head coach in about 4 months. And, when I was there, it was, they had Coach House, who was a little bit more of a spread guy. And then they had Coach Lopez for just a little while. And now they got Coach McCraw, who's, triple option from Eastern. And so when you watch film, it's really watching a team that you can see has a learning curve. They're learning a lot of things. And so we got to make sure, we told our guys they're going to be better than we saw them last week, because then they didn't get to play week 1 because of some COVID issues. And so we think they're going to get better each week. You can see their kids play hard, they hit hard, they move well. And so we just got to make sure, we can't just judge them on what we've seen. We got to make sure that we show up and we expect, really good football team, or at least a hard-hitting football team that's going to get after us. And they gave Farmington some fits. And, Farmington's the #1 ranked team right now in 5A. and they had a fumble return. They blocked a punt. So the guys are playing hard, and I think Coach McCraw's a good guy. I know him pretty well, and I really think he's going to get some things going in a good direction. So we got to make sure we play good football this weekend.
So with all their adversity from that standpoint in the coaches, one thing that, as you well pointed out, and one thing that we know as fans here in Artesia, getting to watch them over the last several years, they always bring a tough football team. Whether we play them there or here, they're always going to hit hard, they're going to run hard, they're going to play tough.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yeah, they move well, and they have a lot of support there in Belen, and it's a good community for the support. They love that school. They love everything that goes on there, and so they'll have a bunch of fans, and they're going to play hard for the hometown guys. And so we got to make sure we show up and play good football.
Well, Coach, we want to wish you good luck. We're going to be up there. We get to watch you guys play in the third week, and we're excited about that. And fans, we look forward to you getting to travel as well. So look forward to seeing you in Belen. If you can't go, you can always tune in right here, KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. So we'll see you at Belen, or we'll see you online.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
It's coming! The Pops Mobile Diner. All the food, fun, and flavors of the 50s street side. The same great food, the same phone number, and the same name. Stay tuned to find out more about Pops Mobile Diner. Coming soon.
Castle Rentals has a huge selection of top name brand appliances now in stock. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, and freezers are in stock now at Castle Rentals, 2616 West Main in Artesia, your local family fun rent-to-own furniture store.
Fans, please remain standing until the colors have left the field.
Hello, Bulldog fans. You might hear in the background there, we've got the color guard had come out on the field. You just heard the national anthem, and now the snare drums are still playing as the color guard will take the flags off the field. Good evening. We're live at Belen Football Stadium. Robbie Ballou and myself, Joby Hodling, along with Gene Dow and Jeff Hodling, our sideline reporter, down on the field. Robbie, beautiful night up here in Belen.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's perfect football weather. We're looking at around 70 or 65, 70 degrees up here and kind of surrounded by the mountains. What are those mountains?
Those are the Manzanos, I believe.
The Manzanos. And then, so yeah, people out, Friday night football, ready for Artesia to take on the Eagles.
Yeah, the Belen Eagles coming into this ball game. They've only played one game. I think their first game of the season was canceled, but played Farmington last week, lost to the Farmington Eagles, who are the number 1 ranked team on the coaches poll. I noticed on the Max Preps poll, I think they're 3rd, and I guess so Mayfield must be ranked 1st, and then Goddard, and then Farmington, and then us were ranked 4th. So we're coming in 4th ranked team in Class 5A, and Belen is, I'm not sure if they're in the top 10. But still should be a formidable game tonight. They do have a new head coach this year, and he kind of got in late. So I think he came in the summer. So they're still putting together their stuff. But they'll be running a triple option attack. We're going to see it out of multiple sets. So our defense is going to have to stay true to their assignments to make this game a tough one on the Belen Eagles offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew McCraw coming first year, as you said, from ENMU. He was the offensive line coach there, and they ran the triple option there, so he's bringing it to Belen. But like you said, triple option's tough, and one of the biggest things, and watching some of the game film, is that mesh point with the quarterback and the running back, fullback. That is critical because the mesh, it sets the whole thing off. So it'll be interesting to watch that tonight, and as you mentioned, see our linebackers, defensive ends, corners stay in their assignments. One is assigned the running back, one quarterback, and one pitch man. So it'll be interesting to see a triple option team. We don't see many anymore. Used to, everybody ran it back in the 80s, 90s, so in the 70s and 80s. But it'll be interesting to watch Belen as they try to do that. And then I know the Bulldog defense has some wrinkles for them they haven't seen. They've only, like you said, played one game. And so we'll bring those out during the game as we see them happen.
The other thing is, for our offensive side of things, their defense, we should see them come out in a 3-3 front, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, but they will probably bring 4 every play. So they'll bring one of the linebackers coming on some loop stunts. They may try to, hit a gap. And then they'll also, I think they're going to try to, they're going to gamble, I think. I think we're going to get to see some one-on-one coverage. I think they're going to try to put some extra pressure. We may even see 6 rush, where they have 5 in the secondary. They'll have some single coverage with a man over the top, is what I'm anticipating based on the coaches that I talked to, with our scout team coach, Coach Bowden. And so it could be, if we're able to take advantage of, some one-on-one situations, we could see some long scoring drives of our own, or long scoring plays. But we'll have to see. I mean, our offensive lines have been doing pretty good all season long. And we keep the back end, and that means we got 5 blockers. So if they bring 5, we still should pick them up. If they bring 6 with our quick passing game, 3 steps and hit the drop and throw, our timing routes, if we're able to get off those single-man coverage, it should be good.
Yeah, and just to kick that off, say what Joby's saying, a lot of it's going to ride on our running backs. Those running backs have to watch all 3 linebackers and pick up which one's blitzing and then go get them. So they don't know which one. So we'll be watching that too to see how that goes tonight. We haven't seen that yet this year, like the 3-3 stack like the Eagles are going to run. So, yeah, good points.
All right, so the Belen Eagles, I think they won the toss.
They did.
And they are receiving. The Bulldogs going, if you're watching on the radio, the Bulldogs are going from the south to the north. So Belen will be defending the north goal, and the Bulldogs will be kicking off to them here to start this ball game. And I think we're about ready to go. The officials are out in the middle and talking to the kicker. And once they hit the sideline, then we'll see our kicker kick off. And I was trying to see who was kicking. So number 80, so that's
Greathouse.
Greathouse will be doing this kicking right here. And we're about ready to go. We've got a decent crowd up here for the Bulldogs across the way from us here in the press box. Good crowd for Belen as well. And they gave the go-ahead. So here comes Greathouse, and here's the kick. He's going to kick it deep. It's on the left side, and it's going to come up and catch it about the 13. Is number 13. He's going to try to go to the right side. Bulldogs have him stringing him out over there, and there will be a tackle. Good job there, Robbie, by the Bulldog kickoff team.
That's number 41 for the Artesia Bulldogs. Just went across the field, did not let him cut up, and that is Philip Finley, sophomore for the Bulldogs. So good job by the young. There was no lane, there was no cut up. The Bulldogs stayed in their lanes well. So good job by the kickoff team.
All right, so our defense will be facing the offense coming out here. We'll see how they line up the first go around. Oh, okay. Emmanuel Aragon, it looks like is going to be the quarterback, number 22, and I'll confirm that. No, it's a different number at
4.
the quarterback, number 4. And so we'll have to figure out who that is. They do start off and hand it right up the middle. The fullback has got lane. He's got room. He's to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Belen Eagles. And so, Robbie, right there, right off the bat, we see nobody hit the fullback, and he went the distance.
Yeah, we dropped a man down on the line, and they gave the ball. He read that, gave it to him, and he cut towards the backside and just went up the sideline. That's number 21, I believe, for the Belen Eagles, Sam Tibbs. So, yeah, great play by the Beagles.
So a long first play of the ball game, 6-0, 11:42 to go here in the first quarter, and they're lining up for their PATs. And so right off the bat, we see a long touchdown. So Bulldogs on that triple option attack, they will have to be watching and making sure they're hitting their responsibilities, and that is good. So with 11:42 to go here in the first quarter, we're going to take a break. 7-0 Belen. Bulldogs kickoff return team coming up next.
Incredible Printing is open for business. Located across the street from the Derek Floor statue in Artesia, Incredible Printing is Artesia's only local printer. Incredible Printing makes your business that high-flying brochure needed to advertise those new services or products. Incredible Printing also specializes in all carbon copy books and material. Georgia and her team at Incredible are excited for 2021. Incredible Printing is open in Artesia, across from the Derek Floor statue.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here as the kickoff return team for the Bulldogs is on the field, and the kickoff team for the Belen Eagles also out on the field. So we're getting ready to go. 7-0. Quick attack there by the Belen Eagles, just with a handoff right up the middle, made a little cut, and he's off to the races.
He had good speed too.
Yeah, he did. So the Bulldogs 7-0 down to Belen, and now we'll get their opportunity with their first offensive possession. And doing the kicking for the Belen Eagles is going to be number 18, I think. Or is it 16? No, that's number 18.
Cristofori Sanchez.
And here comes the kick. See if they kick it deep. They do kick it deep. We should have, well, the way it's going to bounce, we're not going to have a chance for the return, but a good move there by the Bulldogs. And that is Jake Barrera, and he gets a good return there, Robbie, as he comes up the left side.
Well, he did what you don't want him to do. That ball was going out of bounds, and he reached out of bounds and caught it in the air, and then he sidestepped 2 guys and went up the field. So he turned it into a good gain, but as a coach, you want him to let that go.
So they are at the Bulldogs will start their first series at the 38-yard line on their side of the field. And Nathan Taylor will come out and start things off as the quarterback. We're going to go A formation, a slot and a wide out on either side. The running back Barrera to the left of Taylor, and they are in their 3-3 front. They got a safety over the top. We're going to go deep, and he's got a man. It's going to be knocked down at the last minute. It's just a little underthrown, Robbie. That was Greathouse out, had beaten his man.
I just ran a seam route from the right side. Nathan let him break free a little bit. He just got behind him, and it hit the linebacker never turned his head around, and it hit him. It looked like in the shoulder or stuck his hand up.
One or the other.
Yeah. But he never looked. It just hit him.
Yeah, he definitely had him beat. It was just a little bit underthrown. It hits the defender. So, again, 2nd down and 10, and Taylor's going to turn, hand it off. Barrera around the right side. He's to the 40, to the 47, maybe 48. So it's going to be a 9-yard pickup to the 47-yard line.
So just a run and play, basic run and play for the Bulldogs, but the left side linebacker blitzed, and Jake was able to cut around him and get some yards.
Okay, up quickly, and they're going to hand it off again. Barrera's going to get hit, and he squirts through, and he will pick up the first down.
So that quit. You needed 1 yard for the first down. Coach calls a quick give up the middle, line it up, don't let him get set, and pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Belen side of things, as he ended up picking up about 4 yards, or at the 48-yard line of the Belen Eagles. Again, A formation, ball on the far hash from us here in the press box. As Taylor looking over the defense, looks like they're going to come off the corner. They do bring a blitz, picked up by the Bulldogs, and then the defensive end's able to put some pressure. Taylor rolls, and he's just going to throw it away as he tried to get it down the left sideline.
So that's a good job by Taylor just throwing that away because there was nothing. The receivers were back deep and weren't working their way back to him. But, Joby, they got one safety in the middle of the field. We're on the right hash. So this wide out in this slot over here, there's no safety over the top of them. So we're going to get them at some point in time.
Right. They keep. All right, so we're ready to go as they're back at the 48-yard line after that incomplete pass. He just broke out, got away from the rush, and was able to get rid of it. So 2nd down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to go empty backfield as Barrera will come out to the left side, wide side of the field, trips. Snap is back. He looks to the right side, short side, and this little screen, and going up the right side is going to be was it number 20 for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, it looked like Lopez.
It is Lopez, and that's a first down pickup.
And it was a great block out there by number 15 for the Bulldogs, Devin Fierro. I'll get that. We've called his name a bunch. So just a quick screen out there and a good block.
So to the short side of the field, they run the wide receiver screen and picks up 12 yards. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, empty backfield, trips to the wide side, ball on the far hash. Snap is back. They're going to bring 4, and they do break through. Taylor goes up the middle, and he's going to pick up 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 yards. So just breaks up the middle to the right side. And they brought pressure that time.
Yeah, with the empty backfield, they blitzed the Mike backer right through an A gap. So the center took one, and offensive guard took one, and then he just came through. Nathan felt it, so he picked up some yards.
All right, so the ball's still on the far hash. We're going to go back to the standard A formation. Barrera now in the backfield to the right side of Taylor. Snap, going to hand it off to Barrera. He's picking his way through, and he's tripped up. Maybe a pickup of 1.
Looked like he had a hole in there, Joby, but he tripped over his own offensive lineman's feet.
Yeah, I thought he had a gap there to go to, and I think you're right. I think he just got tripped up there. Legs got tangled. So 3rd down and 6 at the Belen 33-yard line. There is 9 minutes and 29 seconds of counting here in the first quarter, 7-0. The Bulldogs down to the Eagles. Empty backfield, ball on the far hash. Taylor looking over the defense. And the snap is back. He looks. He's going to throw a stop route to the wide side. That's going to be caught out there for a first down by Lopez.
Yeah, just a good route by Lopez. He went about 4 yards past the first down marker, turned around, ball was there by Taylor, good throw, and then he picks up first down.
One of those nice timing routes, worked perfectly, good shot by Taylor. Lopez catches it, turns upfield, and maybe picked up another yard, and then was pushed out of bounds. All right, so ball remaining on the far hash, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Snap is back, hands it off. Barrera looking for a gap, unable to find one, but maybe he got a yard.
Yeah, the linebackers are reading that well. I watched them that time. They didn't blitz that time. They read their keys and stepped up in there. Barrera nowhere to go.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down. Looks like they got 2 yards on the run. So again, standard A formation. Barrera to the right. He's going to ride him. And this time Taylor's going to keep it, go around the right side. And he's going to be hit and maybe got about 4 yards. We'll see where they end up spotting him.
Yeah, so the coaches noticed that too. So the linebackers keying on Barrera hard. So they faked it to him that time, and Taylor pulled it to the right side, picked up the yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Artesia Bulldogs at the 21-yard line of the Belen Eagles. 8:23 and counting here in the first quarter. Artesia down 7-0. A formation, slot and wide out. We got single coverage. They do have that safety over the top. And then they're acting like they're going to. And if offsides or a false start, we'll see. Belen came across, but they're pointing at the Bulldogs, and I think it's going to be a false start, Robbie. Yep.
Loya, big senior for the Bulldogs. Right tackle. Moved a little bit.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. Actually, they're putting it all the way back at the, and it should be, is it 3rd down or 2nd down?
3rd down.
So it was 3rd down. So 3rd down and 10.
Yeah.
Okay. 3rd down and 10. Snap is back. Taylor looking. He's got a man, and it's gonna be almost picked off as the safety came over the top. The corner was running along with him. Or I say the corner, it may have been a linebacker running with the slot, but in either case, it is now 4th down and 10 as that pass was incomplete.
Yeah, Cody Watson just running kind of a fade seam route. He faded out a little bit and then brought it back in. He found skinny posted, and but he lofted that so high in the air, gave the defenders time to come across there and knock it down.
All right, so 4th down and 10 here on the Bulldogs' first drive. They're back at the 26-yard line of the Belen Eagles. Empty backfield. We're going to go 4 wide to the wide side of the field, and only one receiver to the far side, the short side of the field. Taylor taking a long snap count. Now he gets the ball looking. They only rush 3. He's got a man. Well, he overthrows it, and that's going to be turnover on downs as they covered that well, Robbie.
Yeah, they did. Is that Barrera out there?
Yes.
I think they had Barrera out there by himself on the right side just running the go route, and Nathan overthrew him. He had to, I mean, if he had thrown it up there, he could have went up and battled for it. Defender was there, but a little long.
Right, so it'll be a turnover on downs. The score remains 7-0. The Bulldogs down to the Belen Eagles, and now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles at their own 26-yard line. The ball will remain on that far hash as Belen will line up, and this will only be their second offensive play, but they do lead 7-0 as they had a long run on play number 1 as the quarterback goes under the center. Man from the left side comes into motion, going to turn, hand it off. This time the Bulldogs right there, Robbie.
Yeah, number 88 for the Bulldogs. He read that well. Luna came across there and made that tackle. What's interesting, okay, we run a 4-3 defense, and against this offense, we're going to drop Calderon down at nose tackle every time they have a tight end. And so
got a 5-2 look.
Yeah, I got a 5-2 look.
All right, so again, looks like we're going to be in that 5-2, and Belen will line up. The quarterback, again, is number 7. So it's the same one, or number 4, Espinoza.
Yeah.
He's under center. Man goes into motion. He's going to turn, looking to throw the ball, but there he is again, Luna, with the quarterback sack way back in the backfield. So just a good job by the young man.
Looked like a little miscommunication in the backfield by the Eagles, but it looked like the quarterback tried to bootleg it out of there, and Luna stayed home from the defensive end spot and made that sack.
About a 9-yard loss. It's 3rd down, and they're all the way back at the 15. So to pick up first, they got to get to the 36. So it's 3rd down and 21 yards for the Belen Eagles. We're in the first quarter, 6:43 and counting. 7-0 Belen leads. Espinoza goes under the center. They got a wide out on either side this time. They bring a man in motion, going to turn, and again looked like miscommunication. Bulldogs were all over that, Robbie.
I tried to run that like a trap or counter in the middle, and it just got stuffed. So they backed the offensive line back into where the quarterback and running back were getting the handoff, so it looked like it was a mess up.
Yeah.
But great job by the defensive line.
Yeah, they just crashed in there and made it look like a messed up play, but it really wasn't. We just got there when the ball got there for the handoff. So 4th down, Belen will look to punt. That was another loss. They're back at their own 14-yard line. So 4th down and a long way. Bulldogs bringing some pressure. He does get it away. Back to receive it will be number 52, and he calls a fair catch, and he does catch it. That's Pacheco, I think.
It is. Dominic Pacheco, linebacker.
So he fair catches it at the 44-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs. Good punt there for the punter, and I didn't catch the number that was punting for Belen, but a good punt. Got it up high, got it away, and fair caught at the Bulldog 44-yard line by linebacker Dominic Pacheco.
And I like that, to fair catch something, you just got to wave one hand up in the air and make it. He did both.
Yeah, he
wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah, don't hit me, and refs need to know I'm fair catching it.
Yes.
All right, so the Bulldog offense, another chance here. Their second opportunity on the night. Down 7-0 right now are the Bulldogs if you're just joining us. We're in the first quarter here from Belen, New Mexico. 5:51 to go in the first quarter. Ball on the near hash now as Taylor gets his helmet snapped and ready to go. And it's a way over his head snap. He's going to go back and pick it up, but there's a Belen Eagle there. He gets away from the first guy, and then he's shoved out of bounds. Robbie, that's a huge loss all the way back to about the 22-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's your nightmare in a spread offense with the shotgun is the snap over the quarterback's head because there's nothing you can do. All you got to do is secure the ball. Nathan did a good job picking it up and getting a few yards, but, man, if you can just secure that ball and live for another play, that's all you can do on that play.
All the way back to the 22, so we started at the 44, so that's a big loss. So 2nd down and a long way to go. Got to get to the Belen Eagles 46-yard line for a first down. Standard A formation. They bring 3. Taylor looks to the right. He's got a man. It's caught, and he almost gets it back, and that's Greathouse all the way out to the 49-yard line.
And what I like Taylor did that time, he's running a go route because our slots can beat their linebackers that are over them. He threw that one on the line. He didn't try to lay it up there over anybody's shoulder. Threw it on a line. Great catch by Greathouse, and that's, well, it's not a first down, is it?
No, but it's a lot of yards. And the third down, and the yard guy over there thought it was first down. Now he's going to stretch it back out. So it's third down and 6.
25-yard completion.
Right, third down and 6. Man coming in motion is going to be handed off. He's going to have to get around one guy. That's 15, looking for somewhere to go, and he's barely going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so that pop play did not work.
Yeah, Devin Fierro coming around in motion, handed the ball from Taylor, and trying to get outside. Number 22 for the Eagles did a great job of turning him back in. Emmanuel Aragon did a good job on defense there.
So the Bulldogs looking like they may stay out there and run a play. It's fourth down at the Bulldog 48-yard line. They got to get to the 46 on the other side, so they got to get 8 yards right here. It's fourth down, and actually it's fourth down and 6. I'm sorry, 4th and 6.
You can see a screen coming.
Could be a screen. We'll see what Belen does. A formation, ball in the near hash. May try to draw him off sides. He goes ahead and takes the snap. He's looking to the right side. It's going to be the out route, and it's going to be broken up. Pretty good coverage out there, and they turn it over on downs once again.
Yeah, that's great coverage by number 13 for the Eagles. And they'll have him down there, Elijah Romero. So just an out route for the Bulldogs, but he felt that coming, stayed there, dove in front of our receiver, and knocked the ball down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles at the Bulldog 48-yard line. So the offense not quite clicking yet, Robbie, for the Bulldogs. And to give some credit to the Belen Eagles, they have something to do with that. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. 7-0 is the score. We're in the first quarter, 4:17 to go. And Belen leading, and now they bring a man in motion, going to hand it off up the middle. And he's the same play that he broke off a while ago, Robbie, but this time he does pick up some yards, but not the touchdown run.
So that's interesting on that triple option, because as soon as he gives it to him, he cuts back in the hole. And usually you're sealing off, and he just goes through that 2 or 4 hole. But Seth Johnson did a good job that time from the middle linebacker position to take him down.
He does pick up almost 5 yards. We'll call it a 2nd down and 6. And so Espinoza will go under center again. He's got an X-back on either side and a fullback in the backfield. X-back goes in motion. Number 6 is going to hand it off to the fullback. And once again, he'll pick up a couple of yards just right up the middle. That time he did not cut it back.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Seth Johnson, again, there for the Bulldogs, along with Calderon, was helping on that play. And some other Bulldogs came in there, but he didn't cut it back, but Seth hit him pretty quick.
So he may not have had a chance to. He does pick up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Belen Eagles. 3:15 and counting here in the first quarter. And this is what they want to do, especially now that they've had the lead. Just kind of take some time off the clock, work your way down the field. That's the Belen Eagles offense. 3rd down and 4, man comes in motion, going to turn, hand it off up the middle, and the Bulldogs will stack him up. And it looks like he might have gained a yard, but like 8 hats to the ball that time.
So Calderon did drop down into that nose position again, and then walking one of the safeties up into linebacker and helping to stop that cutback on the fullback. So it's number, I'll get his number as soon as he turns around. Well, it's Pacheco on that side.
81 for the Bulldog safety. Are you talking about our safeties?
Or be 18. We'll see. I'll watch it drop down.
Jesse Armendariz. Yeah, doing 2 corners and a safety and bringing him up on some of those plays. All right, so 4th down and 4. They do put 2 wideouts, and now they bring the man in motion, and they turn the quarterback's going to try to pass it. Bearing down on him, though, are the Bulldogs, and they're going to get him, Robbie. It's going to be turnover on downs after about a 15-yard sack.
And that's Riley Jarrett and Seth Johnson, I believe.
It was Seth Johnson.
Yes.
He was the first man there. Riley was right on his hip, and they get him.
Well, they're going to have a hard time turning on that side on our defensive ends, that bootleg pass. Or our ends are so good in Luna and Jarrett. They're going to have a hard time getting outside of them, as we saw there.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs as the defense comes in and stands strong. The second possession for Belen lost about 30 yards. In this position, they lost about 15. So they've got one long play, and everything else has been negative. So, but the Bulldog offense yet to get on track. Empty backfield, ball on the far hash. Taylor looking to get the snap. He's got trips to this side. He's going to go to the short side, throws it out there to Lopez. Lopez looking for blocks. He gets them. He's down the sideline. to the 20, to the 15. He cuts back to the 10, and then he'll be tackled inside the 10-yard line.
I tell you what, Lopez did a great job of setting up his blocks and following his blocks. He could have sprinted down the sideline. There was 2 Belen Eagles and a blocker in front of him. He slowed down. He let the Bulldog block him and cut back inside and got 5 more yards. So great outside screen pass by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's been successful twice now. It's now the Bulldogs down inside the red zone at the 8-yard line. 1st and 10, ball on the far hash. Barrera to the right of, and the Belen brings an all-out blitz, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. A big sack for the Belen Eagles. I think they brought all 3 linebackers.
They did. They brought them all 3. I got my hands on my head, throw the ball away. But that's easy up here. So at least he didn't try to force it in, throw an interception like that. So Taylor, he's fine. But yeah, they brought all 3 of them, and there were not enough guys to block them.
So back to the 20-yard line. Loss of 12 on the sack. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 20. As the Artesia Bulldogs have 1 minute and 37 seconds and counting here in the first quarter to get things tied up. 7-0 the Belen Eagles lead. Barrera to the left to Taylor in the shotgun, A formation. On the far hash turn, he's going to run the speed option. Pitch out, it's blocked, and Belen Eagles will get it. They blitz that side, Robbie, and number 22 got a hand on the pitch, and then he falls on it on the ground on the turnover.
Both outside linebackers are coming on the blitz, and we're going to let them come and throw it over the top of them to Barrera, who's breaking out on the left side, and I think he just released it and threw it a little flat, so they're able to get a hand on it, and it's a backwards pass, so it's a live ball.
Yep, he tipped it, and then he fell on it.
It was there. That's a touchdown if we just lob it up over the head and give it to Barrera.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. We have 1 minute and 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. As the Artesia Bulldogs have turned it over on downs, and now they've turned it over on turnover. I think we've turned it over on downs twice. We have. And now turnover. Quarterback's just going to roll. He's going to run an option. He is just hammered.
Gosh.
Great tackle there by the middle linebacker for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Seth Johnson having a great first quarter for the Bulldogs, minus that first play of the game, but just Espinoza looked to turn up the field, and as soon as he did, Seth Johnson sent him back the other way.
Yeah, lost about a yard, so it'll be about a half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 11. So 2nd down 11, they're letting some time run. They may even they're going to have to run a play. There's 53 seconds and counting here to go in the first quarter, but they're definitely going to try to take time as they lead and keep the Bulldog offense off the field. Ball in the far hash. They're going to put a wide receiver out on both sides. They've got the fullback in the backfield, 2 X-men. Quarterback Espinoza steps under the center. Number 2 comes in motion. They hand it off to that fullback right up the middle again, and there's Pacheco, who will hit him in the about 2 yards deep, and he stops him right there and drives him back.
It does exactly what he's supposed to do. He's the backside linebacker on that play, and they're giving it to the fullback, and as we said, he's trying to cut back. So Pacheco stayed home, and as soon as he cut back, he was there, got his head down, put his arms around him, and drove him backwards.
So it was a pickup of about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 8, but as you said, as soon as he hit him, he stopped him in his tracks and drove him back. They gave him forward momentum up to the 22-yard line. And now we're going to be out of time. That's the end of the first quarter. The score 7-0, the Belen Eagles. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second quarter, 3rd down and 8 for the Belen Eagles. Stay tuned.
Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, you'll receive $1,000 in GM accessories when you purchase a new 2021 or 2022 Chevy Silverado, Colorado, Suburban, or Tahoe. So, will it be floor liners or a kicker tailgate audio system? It's all up to you. Hurry in today to Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, or buy online at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
All right, we swapped into the field. Bulldogs now defending the north end zone. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8 at their own 32-yard line for the Belen Eagles as they're huddled up on the sidelines. Now they'll break the huddle and probably just go straight to the line of scrimmage, which is what they're going to do. So another big chance here for the Bulldog defense to hold them to a 3-and-out. And I don't think they would go for it, Robbie, this deep in their own end. Quarterback Espinoza under center. 2 wideouts. Number 6 goes in motion. He's going to hand it up the middle, and their Bulldogs will get him down He gains maybe 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 8. I mean 4th down and 6.
It's Riley Jarrett and Pacheco on that tackle for the Bulldogs. So good job. Good. What am I thinking of? Good discipline by the Bulldog defense. A triple option will make you be disciplined and stay home, and so the Bulldogs are doing that.
All right, so the punting unit does come on for the Belen Eagles here. 4th down and 6 for them. And so what number is that, Robbie? Can you see his number? The punter, he had a really good punt the first time. We'll see how he does this time.
Number 18 again.
Punting.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, and he does get away a decent punt. And the Bulldogs are going to back away from it, which kind of surprised me. And then it picks up on the bounce, does Barrera, and he'll gain about 2 yards. Maybe shouldn't have waited on that, Robbie. I think they could have drove up on it and picked up more yards. But nonetheless, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Now, one of the dangers is you don't know where it's going to go when it hits the ground. So I think they were kind of let it hit the ground and see what happened. That's why I'm going to give them credit for that anyway, because it bounced right to Barrera, so he took it to keep it from rolling.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 34-yard line after the punt. Taylor coming onto the field to get in the huddle with the Bulldog huddle as he got his last-minute preparations from Coach Moppin over there.
All right, we need to go score here.
Yeah, we do. We need to drive down the field, put a scoring drive together. 7-0, Belen leads the Bulldogs. They got a big touchdown run on the first play of the game. Then it's just been back and forth with turnovers and turnover on downs and punts since then for both offenses. Taylor gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Barrera up the middle. He takes a little side jab. He breaks through, and he's going to pick it up out to about the 41-yard line.
So right in the hole, he sidestepped with his quickness. A would-be tackler broke off to his left, and he just almost broke away from the other one, but he shoestring tackled him.
So pickup of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 out to the 41. And again, A formation, a slot and wide receiver on both sides. Taylor in the backfield with Barrera to his left. Going to turn, hand it off again. Barrera up the middle once again. He'll spin forward and pick up another 6 for a 1st down.
Yeah, I like the calls here. If you're going to blitz 2 linebackers or blitz 3 of them, then we're going to run it right up where they're leaving. So I like the calls right now and make them sit down and not blitz as much.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Going to go trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, although the ball is kind of between the far hash and the middle hash. Empty backfield. Taylor looking at some one-on-one coverages. He's going to throw a wide receiver screen and goes right through the hands of, who is that out there?
14. Yep.
So that's Julian Rodriguez, the junior, 5'8" junior. Goes through his hands, and he might have been looking upfield a little too quick there, Robbie. It was a wide receiver screen, and so it drops incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Bulldog 46-yard line as Taylor will enter the huddle, call the play. Going to go A formation, slots and wideouts on either side. Ball near the far hash. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield. Shotgun, going to drop back. They bring 5. He steps up. He throws a comeback, and that is Rodriguez again catching it over there this time. Pickup of about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
That's a good job by Rodriguez out there. He went deep, about 12, 13 yards, and then worked his way all the way back to the pass.
So the Bulldogs break the huddle quickly. 3rd down and 5 at the 49-yard line. He's going to turn, hand it off. Barrera will break through and will pick up the 1st down as he surges, and he'll get about 6.
There's a lot of bodies in there. There's about 11, 12 young men all bunched up together, and he found a little crease.
And the Bulldogs now going hurry-up offense. 10:08 and counting here in the first half. And A formation, ball in the far hash. Taylor in the backfield, going to turn, hand it off again. Barrera looking for room. He's got some room. He bounces it outside, and he's going to pick. Oh, and he fumbled, and I think it's a turnover. I think Belen got it.
Just to give up the middle by the Bulldogs to Barrera. He breaks out to the left, and while he's out there, trying to pick up a few more yards, he tries to put a move on the guy, and they strip him of the ball.
It is a turnover. I thought I saw Belen fall on it. They did. So the 2nd turnover by fumble for the Artesia Bulldogs will result in Belen taking over on their own 37-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:55 and counting, or 9:55 as the clock is stopped on the turnover.
You gotta love this.
In the first half. Go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you were done. You gotta love this parent down here yelling, "Pass the ball!"
Yeah,
to the Eagles.
Yeah, they're not going to
yelling that to us. No, they're not.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. They've got a wideout on either side, though. They are doing that. They're not going that double tight. And now we got a false start or a double man in motion, or maybe just a, well, they got too many men on the field. Yeah, so they had an extra guy on the field.
Can't play with 12.
Yeah, and wow. It confused me because there were 2 X-backs on the far side. They're both looking at each other. They both were moving, and that's,
Yeah.
So that'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 back at their own 32-yard line as the quarterback Espinoza will come back into the huddle.
Yes, you can play with 12 as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
They got caught.
Yeah, they got caught. And it was kind of obvious because there were 2 of them in the same position, kind of jockeying for it.
Yeah, get out of the way.
That's what it looked like. All right, Espinoza under center. Ball snapped. You're going to hand it off right up the middle on that little spin motion. That's the first time they've done that in this ball game. It's stuffed immediately. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, the Bulldog the front defensive line and the linebackers are doing a good job right now after that first play, obviously. So last time I'm saying that. But they have not gained any yards running the ball so far since that first play of the game. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, they had a couple of gains, but then they got negated by big sacks.
Yep.
So you're right. I think they're negative besides the first play. You take that out, and they got negative yards offensively. All right, Belen back under center as Espinoza snaps back. He is going to drop the throw. He turns and looks to this side and turned around and intercepted, and they're going to call a pass interference on that. He turned around. Unless they called it offensive, Robbie, surely he didn't call pass interference on us.
That's Thomas Riley out here on an island by himself running with the receiver, and they were running right together, and he played the ball perfectly, came into him, he caught it, intercepted, but then the penalty flag comes in.
I don't think you can call that pass interference on us. I don't see how you can, but we'll see what he's going to call as he's going out to talk to the white hat.
The only thing I can think is if he thought he was riding him out of the pattern is the only thing, because he didn't have any hands on him. He's looking back at the ball, and they are calling it on.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so they do call pass interference on, I would say, exceptionally perfect coverage. I mean, I don't see how that was any better coverage. He was running step for step, then he turned and he intercepted it. Never touched him, just running step for step, turned and caught the ball. All right, so they're going to get 15 yards on that. It will be a 1st down as it was 2nd and 15.
Just for those people listening that may not be Bulldog fans, you're just tuning in to watch the game. Man, if we got pass interference, we'll call it.
Yes, we will.
I mean, we would say, Riley, he interfered there. That was a great call. He just absolutely missed that one.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. They get the 15-yard penalty. That's what they needed for a 1st down. The interception negated by that penalty call. So 1st and 10 out at their own 47 as Espinoza will go under center. And the number 3 goes into motion. Going to turn and pitch it to him out wide. Bulldogs were playing it perfectly, and they will grab him and pull him down. Oh, they're going to call it. They didn't even get him with it. He's still on his feet. But I tell you what, they just called a horse collar, and they didn't even tackle him by it, but they called it.
Yeah, so that's a straight, basic sweep play out of motion. Just pitched to the running back, let him go around the right side. Bulldog strung it out well. Bulldog on the far sideline over there, as you mentioned, tried to make the tackle, didn't get him down. He turned and came back in. They finally got him down.
They called the face mask. He didn't have it. I could see from here he didn't have a face mask. All right. Well, obviously he was right there. I'm up here. I thought they called the horse collar because he definitely had him by the back of the shirt, but he spun around and got away from that. That's when he threw the flag. But that's a 15-yard personal foul face mask called. So in 30 yards here in 2 plays, a pass interference and a face mask. And so Belen marching down the field now with 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 37-yard line. 9 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Belen leading 7-0. And Espinoza will go up under center, and X-back on either side. They got a wide out wide either side. Ball in the far hash, fullback in the backfield. 23 goes into motion, going to hand it off to the fullback. He does cut up, and he will pick up a couple yards. He is hit hard, but he will gain, I think, 2 yards, maybe 3.
Middle linebacker for the Bulldogs, Seth Johnson, just getting off his block, coming in there and making that tackle.
All right, so, because I got open right here. Yeah, is that better for you looking at it?
I'm fine. Okay, yeah.
All right, so it is 2nd down and 7 after a pickup of 3. 8 minutes and 19 seconds and counting here to go in the 1st half. 7-0, Belen over the Artesia Bulldogs here live from Belen Stadium in Belen, New Mexico. Beautiful evening, a lot of clouds. but some blue peeking through too, looking across there at the mountains. Pretty setting here at Belen. All right, this time they do go tight end to this side. The quarterback fumbles it, and then he just picks it up and is able to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe not.
Yeah, that's as a quarterback, if you fumble that snap, you're taught just to pick it up and duck your head and try to get what you can get. So that's what he did, and Pacheco came in there and made sure it wasn't much.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 as he basically got back to the line of scrimmage. He's about a foot from it, so maybe a foot lost. We'll just stay with 3rd and 7 as Espinoza comes over to the sideline, gets his coach, gets the call from his coach. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 7. The ball is at the Bulldog 34-yard line, near the middle of the field. They're going to go double tight, no tight end to the right side this time. Wide receiver will come out to the left. Espinoza under center, and we're going to have a timeout taken, Robbie. So timeout by Belen. There is 7 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half. 7-0 Belen. We're going to hear from Faith Baptist Church. We'll be back after this timeout.
My name is Bosch from Upchurch. I'm the worship pastor at Faith Baptist Church, and I just want to take this time to invite you to jump in with us every single Sunday morning. We have services at 10:30 a.m. to praise God, to worship corporately as a family, and so I want to invite you. We'd love to have you. Go Bulldogs.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here as the Belen Eagles will come out of this timeout. Bulldog defense coming back onto the field. We're in the second quarter if you're just now joining us. We've got 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half, and the score 7-0 Belen. So it's been a game of turnovers and defense here in the first half, although Belen on the first play of the game, if you're just now joining us, had a long run, about a 70-yard run from the first play of the line of scrimmage, a fullback.
Watch for a trick play here.
All right, so 3rd down and 7. Belen quarterback Espinoza under center. He's going to roll out to the right. Bulldogs putting some pressure on him. Now they're going to come up and great job. And I don't know who that was, Robbie, but he came hard and fast. Closing speed was fantastic.
Yeah, that's number 49, Thomas Riley, from his safety or corner position. As soon as he decided there was nothing there, he just, as you said, closed on the ball and made that tackle.
Might have picked up one. They'll probably go for it here. It's 4th down. Actually lost 2. Yeah, they had moved that up. I was thinking I didn't know how he picked them up. He lost 2. And so 4th down and 8. And coming out to look like they're going to set up the punt. We'll see if they try to run a fake here, Robbie, as it's on the Bulldog 30, kind of out in no man's land. You can't really kick a field goal from here. They're looking like they're going to punt it, so we'll see what they do. Looks like they're short a man. No, they got a wide receiver right here I didn't see. Snap us back. They are going to punt it, see if they can get us down. And great punt by number 18. In fact, too much as it goes into the end zone, as he really punted that ball well.
I tell you, Seth Johnson came flying through the middle of the offensive line on his defensive position. He got back to the quarterback. I thought he was going to run into him, and he did a good job of planting and spinning off the punter for no penalty.
Exactly. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 20-yard line. They hoping to get something going here. They've been struggling a little bit here in the first half against the Belen Eagles. All right, so we're going to have a formation, ball in the middle of the field. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Slot on either side, plus a wide receiver. They're in man coverage with a safety over the top. Going to turn, hand it off to Barrera, and he's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 yards as he gets driven back. But, actually, they're not going to get any out of it. I thought he had some forward momentum, Robbie, but they're going to be right there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so y'all longtime Artesia Bulldog fans may be wondering, they got a cover 3 on us. Go ahead.
Well, it's the next play. We got empty backfield, trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. And Taylor looks this way. He's been going short side every time. He's looking short side again. They get in there with the blitz. Now he throws it down the field. That's going to be caught. Well, I say caught. They say he did catch it. It come out when he hit the ground, but they said it was a catch. Oh, now he turns it over. He says no. He waved it off, so it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the Bulldog 20.
Randall Hamilton over there, number 84 for the Bulldogs. Just ran that deep route and then plants and comes back to the ball. Taylor with a good throw, but he must have lost the handle on it as he went down.
It popped out when he hit the ground out of bounds, and originally the official over there said catch, and then he turned and said incomplete. So Now we got a timeout on the field by the Artesia Bulldogs. 3rd down and 10 at their own 20. 6:23 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Belen. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, Bulldog fans. It's Martin from Frost Mortgage in Artesia, your local lender. While the Bulldogs are scoring high, your mortgage should be going low. Rates are at an all-time low, and it's time to cash in on it. So call Martin at 575-749-6278 to schedule your free consultation. Remember, you have a choice when it comes to your home financing, so don't be misled. Call Martin at Frost Mortgage today.
Frost Mortgage is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated. It's an equal housing lender. NMLS number 3094.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're coming out of the timeout. The Artesia Bulldog offense still huddled up over there on the sideline. Oh. All right, Bulldog fans, we're back. The Bulldogs are on the field. Empty backfield, ball on the far hash, 20-yard line on their side, and it is 3rd down and 10. First play was a run up the middle that resulted in no yards. Second play was an incomplete pass. They do bring 4. He looks. Taylor, he slings it over the middle to a wide open Greathouse. He tries to get up the field, and he's going to get a couple of more yards before he's wrangled, but all the way out to the 43-yard line, or 48-yard line for a first 10-10.
So I love it because the inside guy on the trips, he comes running out. Greathouse goes and runs it just almost a skinny post across the field and was wide open because the safety came too far on to the right side.
So a big play on 3rd and 10 puts us all the way out at our own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield, going to turn and hand it off to Barrera up the middle. He's got a little bit of a seam, and he'll pick up out to the 46-yard line of the Belen Eagles. Pickup of about 7.
Well, I love the way Barrera runs. He covers that ball up, and then he hits that hole with his pad level down. And the linebacker that made the hit, he drug him another 3 yards.
2nd down and 4 after the pickup of 6. Taylor with Barrera to his right in the shotgun, ball in the far hash. A formation, going to hand it off the middle again, and this time Barrera will kind of break free, almost get the first down. Going to be about a foot short. It'll be 3rd and short.
I think we're definitely in 4-down territory, don't you?
I do. 3rd and 1. Well, 3rd and close to 1. We'll call it 1. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield. He's looking to get a quick snap. He does. He turns, hands it off. Barrera's got the first down right up the middle and more. Pickup of about 4, maybe 5. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
The offensive line's doing a great job because it's just a straight give right up the middle. And the line of Loya, Velasquez, Saleas, Gonzalez, and Angiowano. Yep, they're doing a great job of just creating lanes for Barrera.
All right, so 1st and 10. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. 2 slots, 2 wideouts. Snap is back, looking to throw. Drops straight back, and then he rolls into pressure, and then he fumbles it. Bulldogs will get on it. Taylor was, it looked like he could have stepped up underneath that, and he rolled right into it. So a big loss of about 9, maybe 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, the difficulty is, I was going to say, we're trying to get deep on them on that cover 3, especially with our slots, but we're not getting the time. So they're run blocking well, but that blitz is creating problems for the offensive line and the running back. So Taylor trying to set up and give our receivers time to break open, and he's not getting that time.
So 2nd 21, it was a loss of 11. A formation, ball all the way back at the Belen 47-yard line. Snap back, he's going to hand it off once again, and Barrera on the left side's got a little bit of running room, and he'll pick up, looks like he got back the loss of 11. We'll see where they spot it.
So that was a little awkward there between Taylor and Barrera on the handoff. I didn't know if Taylor pulled it and tried to run it up the middle, but Barrera did round that corner over there. Great speed to get around that corner.
So he does pick up the 11-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 10 at the Belen Eagle 39-yard line as the Artesia Bulldogs will break the huddle in A formation, 2 slots, 2 wideouts. Ball on the far hash. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the backfield. Snap is back, going to pitch it, just a little quick pitch. That's new to Arsenal, and that did not work. Loss of about 5 as Barrera is tackled in the backfield back at the 44-yard line.
That's Jesse Velasquez for the Eagles. He got off his block. Our receivers are going to go out and block on that. And he got off his block and just made the tackle.
All right, so we've got 3:38 and counting here in the first half. 4th down and about 16 for the Bulldogs. 7-0 Belen leads. Bulldog offense will remain on the field. Try to get a first down here. Going to stay with the standard A formation. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the backfield. Snap is back. They're just going to rush 3. He steps up. He's got a man maybe, and it's going to be intercepted. Worked out like a punt. So a little underthrown, is picked off, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Belen Eagles at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, did not bring a blitz that time. Line picked everybody up. Taylor sit in the pocket well. Just didn't. We had a step on him. But like you said, a little underthrown. He's not throwing it up in the air enough and letting them run right under it.
So that's the 3rd turnover, 2 fumbles and an INT now for the Bulldogs here in the first half.
That was Padilla with the interception for the Eagles.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles with they got 3 minutes and 12 seconds here in the first half to try to do something with the ball as the Bulldogs defense back on the field. Espinoza will go under center and have that X-back on either side of the tackle. Got a wide out either side and a fullback behind him. As he brings man in motion, he'll turn, fake the handoff. He's going to run around the corner. Bulldogs there for the, he's still breaking free, but he runs backwards and will actually lose some yards, Robbie.
Riley Jarrett did a good job from his defensive end position as he has quarterback on that. And he tried to get a hand on him, slowed him down, turned around, and then number 57 for the Bulldogs came up and made that tackle, and that's Dale Hartley.
All right, so a big loss of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 16 back at their own 5-yard line. And actually maybe even longer than that, 2nd down and 17. A loss of 7 as first down pickup yards got to be to the 22, and they're on their own 5. So they'll stay in that same formation, a wide out on either side, an X-back on either side of the tackles, and a fullback behind the quarterback, Espinoza, under center. Does not take a man in motion yet. Maybe trying to draw the Bulldogs offside. He's going to turn and hand it off, just a belly play. 21 breaks around the right side and will pick up maybe 1. Good job by the defense.
Yeah, he tried to bounce it out that time, handed the fullback, and he's been stuffed up the middle, so he bounced it out there. But number 49, Thomas Riley, corner for the Bulldogs, stayed home and limited that to a half-a-yard gain.
All right, so a timeout taken, I think, by the Bulldogs. So they're going to try to get the ball back. There's 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. 7-0 is our score. We're going to take a timeout and hear from Cisco Equipment. Stay tuned.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here at Belen Stadium, Belen, New Mexico, on a beautiful Friday night. Friday Night Lights, the Artesia Bulldogs. Oh, and I forgot to say, Robbie, I don't think you might have said it, but if you're listening on the radio, Bulldogs wearing all white with their orange helmets and orange numbers. Look sharp over there. Belen Eagles in gray pants with their maroon shirts and the white helmets and the eagle on their helmets. Or a wing, maybe. I guess that's a wing. All right, so 3rd down and about 15 for the Belen Eagles. They're on their own 6-yard line after that big loss on first down. Bulldogs creeping up like they're going to blitz. Going to turn and hand it off up the middle and nowhere to go. Bulldogs right there on the run blitz.
Boy, number 90, Michael Barunda, 5'8", 257, senior for the Bulldogs, made sure that went nowhere. Did a great job.
And right there with him was number 10, our middle linebacker, Seth Johnson, on that run blitz. So Barunda just stood him up, and then they took him right down. Great job by the middle interior of that line. And we got another timeout, but we'll keep it here as I think the Bulldogs took their 3rd and final timeout. The 11, Robbie, here in the first half. There is 1:57 to go. It is 4th and long. Belen is at their own 7. Let me ask you a question. You, as being a former coach, would you try to block it, or are you going to try to get a return set up?
I'm going to try to block it. I talked to, as you did, to the coaches. That punter is shallow. He's not the regular 15 yards that a punter lines up at. And so they felt like they could possibly get a block this game. So I'd see him coming after it.
Seth Johnson has gotten in there several times this year, gotten close. So with the shorter yards to punt from, and because he doesn't set up as deep, plus he's in his own end zone, maybe we can get there.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have Barrera and can't see who the other. Oh, it is Pacheco back. So Barrera and Pacheco back to receive. And the Bulldogs looking like they're just going to run their normal, but I see Seth Johnson creeping up. They're in the middle. Snap is back. He will get it away, and it's not quite his best punt of the ball game, so a lot shorter, a little bit of a shank, and it takes a Bulldog bounce kind of sideways. So the Bulldogs going to have great position at the Belen Eagle 31.
So that's a great job by the Bulldog defense. Again, boy, they just stuffed them. The coaches used the timeouts wisely, and they make them punt from their end zone, and now the Bulldogs got 31 yards to go with the minute 47. No timeouts. But if they use it wisely, that's a piece of cake.
All right, so first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Like Robbie said, at the Belen 31-yard line. We got 31 yards to get a touchdown and get things tied up. And a minute and 47 seconds to do so. Empty backfield, ball on the far hash. Taylor looking over the defense, trips to the near side, twins to the far side. He's been going short side. He looks that way again, going to run that receiver screen. It's caught, but doesn't break out as much as it did earlier. They're going to gain, I think, 2 on forward momentum.
Yeah, that's the Rodriguez out there. And so let me just, you say, why go deep, go deep, go deep? Well, if they don't blitz, they're only rushing 3, that they're dropping 8 guys back into coverage.
2 yards on the completion.
Yep, they are, and they only rushed 3 that time. Snap is back. It was A formation. He's going to throw a stop route, and it's overthrown and out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Just a real quick stop route to Rodriguez on the left over there. Off target a little bit.
So we've got a minute and 21 seconds here. We're definitely in 4-down territories. We're down on the Belen Eagle 29-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield. Snap is back, going to fake the handoff. They bring 4. He's got a man deep, and it's going to be overthrown as Greathouse had gotten by number 13.
Got a flag.
But couldn't quite get there. Maybe a holding over here on Belen. We'll see.
So that was nice because Taylor got the ball. He took his 3 steps, set up, and let the ball go. And Greathouse trying to break away from his guy, which he had a step or 2 on him.
So they're going to call it pass interference instead of holding. So I guess just I thought it could have been called a holding, but I guess since the ball was in the air, because he kind of grabbed onto Greathouse. Yeah. He was behind him. So a 1st down, that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll put the Bulldogs down inside the 20-yard line at the Belen 15. So it'll be 1st down and 10 at the Belen 15-yard line.
That's where, as a defensive coach, and you know your beat, you tell your guy, grab a hold of him, take him down, do something. We'll take the 15, not the touchdown.
Empty backfield, ball in the middle of the field or near the middle of the field. Trips to the near side, twins the far side. He's gone short side every time. This time he looks wide side, and he throws it over there, and it's thrown behind Barrera. He tried to make a great play, Rob. He stopped and spun and tried to dive back to catch the ball behind him, but unable to come up with it.
Yeah, he did, and I'm looking. I think it was Lopez or Greathouse. Went right across the middle of the field and was wide open. There was no one around him in the middle of the field.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10, or 2nd and 10 now. First half. Belen leading 7-0, but the Bulldogs knocking. Try to tie this thing up. Again, empty backfield, ball near the middle of the field, a little bit to the far side. Snap is back, a little low. He picks it up, steps up under pressure. Now he'll run it, Will Taylor, and he's going to turn and run it out of bounds, stop the clock. So pick up of about 6, and he rolled the clock. He ran out of bounds. What? Is that a new rule?
I don't know.
He ran out of bounds, and they're rolling the clock.
And he was running forward out of bounds. It wasn't like they got him and were pushing backwards out of bounds.
So the clock is still running. The coaching staff over there for the Bulldogs are questioning it. And the Bulldogs taking a long time here to run a play. I'm not sure what's going on, but so they finally get a play called in. We probably lost 20 seconds right there, Robbie. We're down to 35. 3rd down and 4. Snap is back. He's going to roll to his left. Throws it, and that's dropped right at the goal line. And so the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 4 on the incompletion.
Julian Rodriguez ran his route perfect. He was a yard deep in the end zone. Taylor throws it to him, hits him in the hands, and he drops it.
All right, so 4th and 4. We've got 30 seconds left in the first half. 7-0, Belen leading the Bulldogs. Artesia at the 9-yard line here with the 4th down and 4. Got to get it first. Got to get at least 4 yards. Empty backfield, ball on the far hash. Trips to the near side. Twins to the short side of the field. Taylor looking over the defense. Snap is back. He looks to the short side. Throws the stop route. It's dropped again. Turnover on downs.
Stop right by Rodriguez. I think he got hit just as the ball got there, but he had his hands out in front of him, but unable to bring that one in. So turnover. On downs with Bulldogs.
All right, so the Belen Eagles have 27 seconds. We'll see what they decide to do with it deep in their own side of the field. They're at their own 9-yard line, and now Belen will take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Let's talk about this, Robbie. What are we going to have to do here? What are the coaches going to talk about going in at halftime with our offense?
Well, they got to execute. It's there. They're calling the right plays. Guys are open in the back, and the receivers are open. Taylor's missing them, or a little underthrown, or they're dropping the ball just like that right there. I mean, twice. We had a first down on that last play. We had a touchdown the play before that, and we've seen it, throughout the game. So they just got to get better on offense as far as, I guess, mentally, you would say. Mentally get in the game and
execute.
Thank you.
Yeah. They've got to execute. You're exactly right. Defense playing lights out, except and you said you were going to say it again, but I'm going to. Except for that first play, they've been playing lights out. All right, so it's first down and 10 for the Belen Eagles at their own 9-yard line. See if the Bulldog defense can get a turnover. I think they're just going to go victory formation, which isn't time. I mean, it's not, but yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to kneel it. Bulldogs are out of timeouts. So I don't even think we're going to have to run another play. We're not. That's going to end the half. The Artesia Bulldogs down to the Belen Eagles 7-0 going into halftime. So as you said, Robbie, we're going to have to come out here in the second half offensively and execute. And I'm not sure why they're staying on the field still, because they're 2-1 here, and the referees are talking to the Belen Eagles. And now they'll say halftime. That's what it is. So right here from Belen Stadium in Belen, New Mexico, the Artesia Bulldogs 0, the Belen Eagles 7. We're going to get the halftime show going. And we've got the fan of the week. We've got some Artesia band segments. So stay tuned and stay right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. We'll be back.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
In Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 11, the text reads, "Yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end." We think about the landscape even here in Artesia, and we question and we'll wonder, where's the beauty? Well, the beauty is seen through us, through what we do. And so let's remember that. Let's remember that the beauty of this world is not of things or the landscape or the view, but instead it's who's in it and what are they doing in it. Are you loving people? Are you enjoying people? Are you encouraging people? Are you building them up? Even when you disagree with them, even when maybe you don't see eye to eye in the world that we live in, are you a positive influence on those around us? Again, the text reads, "Yet God has made everything beautiful in its own time." Do you know God? Do you know how beautiful He is to you and you are to Him? If not, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ, just north of Walmart on Sundays.
Hi, it's Maria and Prisa with the Tate Branch Auto Group. Inventory may be low around the country, but here at Tate Branch Auto Group, we've got the resources needed to get you in the vehicle you want. Maria, really? How is that? With all 4 of our dealerships in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and Roswell, we have a great selection of vehicles on hand. And now you can view them all in one place. Just go to www.tatebranch.com and you will have direct access to all our websites.
That's right, you're just a click away from all of our amazing inventory.
tatebranch.com.
And welcome back to the Tate Branch Halftime Show, halftime of the Artesia versus Belen football game. Right now, it is time to introduce you to our Tate Branch Fan of the Week, and this week is Diana Neal. And Diana, you worked for the Artesia Public Schools for a couple of years, didn't you?
25 years.
25 years, and in Coach Henderson's office, you were in the athletic department.
That's the only job I held.
The only job you had. Now, are you originally from Artesia?
I am.
You are?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Mm-hmm. And you married someone here.
Yes, Doug Neal, and he was an Artesia boy, too. We went to high school together.
Is high school sweethearts?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't go off to college?
No. Went to college with him.
That's great. Where'd you go to college?
Eastern.
Eastern. Okay, so you're a big fan of the Greyhounds, I guess.
Yes.
And so you come back. Did you raise a family here?
Yes, the daughter, Deanna, and a son, Dakota. And I didn't go back to work until they were in school.
Mm-hmm. And they came through the system. And,
yes,
and
they
where
did.
are they at? What are they doing now?
Deanna's in Lubbock. Her husband, Dane, is a pilot for the DPS. And then my grandchildren are Cole and Allie. And then Dakota lives here with his wife, Tara, and Everett, my 1-year-old grandson.
Okay, so you have at least one
yes.
you can
check
on
and
all
Lubbock's
the time.
close enough to get there, so.
That's great.
Yes.
So how did you decide to you decided to go back to work? How did you wind up with the Artesia schools?
I just heard that Coach Henderson was looking for an athletic secretary, and he didn't have one up to that point. I think he had lab assistants, or Mrs. Russell would work with him, but I heard about it and applied, never thinking I would really get the job, but was really excited when I got it and haven't looked back.
Yeah.
It's been great.
You've probably sold a lot of tickets.
I have sold a lot of tickets, made a lot of friends.
Well, that's great. So as working in the athletic office, you probably work with coaches, you probably work with
Yes.
other athletic directors.
Yes.
Are there some memorable people that you remember
Oh.
working with around the state of New Mexico?
Well, I was counting the other day before I retired, and I worked with probably 150 coaches just in Artesia. And then I was the district secretary, so I enjoyed working with Roswell and Goddard and Lovington and Brutalis. It's just been great.
Yeah.
And we've got the best coaches that
We
really
do.
care about kids.
We do. We really have some pretty good coaches. And of course, you've probably, and you never want to talk about this because it makes you feel old, but you've probably met parents and then kids
Yes.
and now grandkids
Yes.
over that 25 years.
Yeah, their kids are playing football.
So did you ever get to go to the games and just enjoy a game or an
But some of the others, I've worked all of the football games for 25 years.
Sure. But some of the other sports, do you have any
Oh, sure.
memorable times or games that you can look back and remember?
Not really. I just, of course, everybody loves it when you play any of the blue teams. Carlsbad, Goddard, or Lovington.
Wait a minute. I'm wearing a blue shirt today,
Yes.
folks. So, well, I knew that we weren't playing
Yeah.
today, so I thought I'd
Right.
get by with it today.
Right, but, just been great. The kids, the coaches,
Mhm.
the fans. I've made a lot of friends.
Yeah. And then, of course, you meet people in other states and meet people from around. And you probably get a lot of interesting comments about Artesia and
Yes.
Bulldog Bowl and our facilities.
Yes, we do. And a lot of the comments are just on how well behaved our student athletes are when they travel.
Yeah.
When you go somewhere, they like Artesia to come and stay at their facilities or eat there because they've got a lot of discipline.
I've seen it. It's
Yes.
true. They pick up after themselves and are very polite. And that
They've
and
been
that's-
taught well.
That's a great thing. So why did you decide to retire?
It was just time. I'm 25 years, and then I've got a granddaughter who's got some special needs right now. So just to be available to go be with her too. So
Yeah.
the timing was good, but I miss everybody, and I miss the job.
I was going to say, on Friday night, do you have this urge to walk through the press box and make sure everybody has their
Yes,
passes?
I do. Just you.
Just me. That's
Yes.
right. I'm the one she always checked to see if I had my pass. So, well, that's great. Well, for being our guest today, we have a couple of gifts for you. Tate Branch, which is the sponsor of this segment, wants you to have this beautiful Bulldog orange mug. And then we have a $50 gift card from the Adobe Rose. So you and Doug can go out and eat and enjoy it on Adobe Rose and Tate Branch.
Well, thank you to Tate Branch and to Adobe Rose. And to you, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it, and thank you for all you do.
We love doing it. That's why we're here, right? All right, that's our guest, Diana Neal, and we thank you for joining us on the Tate Branch Fan of the Week segment. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have more halftime information with Joby and Robbie. And don't go away. We'll be back here on KSVP and KSVPTV.com.
NMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Hey Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, we're getting close to fall and cooler weather. It's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571 to sign up. Call now.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Bulldog Pride is about family. It's about being the best both in the game and in the community. It's about giving your all and having your teammates back. This is Pastor Jason Perry, and here at New Hope Baptist Church, we can relate to the Bulldogs. Our church is a family, and we focus on allowing the Lord to be the best both in our church and in our community. Here at New Hope, we know it's a new year, and there's new hope for a new you. We're praying for Bulldog victory in the game and victory in your life through Jesus Christ.
Ever feel like your insurance company doesn't know you?
Insurance Corporation will issue generic plans where agricultural activities occur.
Only a human can visit your farm or ranch to know exactly what you need. That's why for 80 years at Farm Bureau Financial Services, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
I'm Brandon Williams, Artesia's local Farm Bureau agent. Call us today, 746-2171.
Hi, Cambria here from your Artesia KFC Taco Bell. As a mother of 2 young boys, I know how hard dinner time can be. So let us take the stress out of your day and do the cooking for you. Come try our $35 fill-up meal. It includes 8 pieces of original recipe chicken, 10 extra crispy tenders, sides, biscuits, and a half gallon of lemonade or Pepsi. It's everything you need for a complete family picnic. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
The lobby is open. Come dine with us at your KFC Taco Bell in Artesia.
Hey Bulldog fans, I'm Pastor Nolan Frederick with Catalyst Church. We're cheering the Bulldogs on to another victory, and we would love the opportunity to tell you about the victory you can have in Jesus Christ. I invite you to join us at Catalyst Church on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. The dress is casual, the teaching is helpful, the music rocks, and your kids will have a blast. We hope to see you this Sunday at Catalyst Church at 13th and Hermosa in Artesia. Go Bulldogs!
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, we're getting close to fall and cooler weather. It's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571 to sign up. Call now.
High school band members. So let's just start from my left to right. We'll start with you. What is your name?
My name's Audrey Vello. I play trumpet in the high school band. I'm also the brass lieutenant this year.
All right.
And I'm a junior.
You're a junior. All right, next.
I'm Angie Villarreal. I play clarinet and marching cymbals, and I'm a junior.
All right, and you?
My name is Molly Dakota. I'm a junior, and I play flute and bass drum 1.
Bass drum 1. And you are last.
And my name is Bailey Rutherford. I am the drum major this year for the Pride of the Pecos Valley. I play B-flat clarinet and bass clarinet for concert band.
Excellent. All right, so let's go the other direction now. We'll start with you, Bailey. Tell us about your family, brothers, sisters, parents, cats, dogs.
So my mom is Amber Rutherford. She is a 7th grade teacher at Zia Intermediate School. And then my dad is Justin Stoneman, and he works for Casey Lightower. I have a 4th grade brother who goes to Yeso Elementary.
Okay.
I have my mom, Renee Dakota. She's a stay-at-home mom. And my dad, Josh Dakota, works for Navajo. And I have 2 sisters, one older and one younger. And yeah.
Okay. All right.
My mom is Francisca Villarreal. She's a stay-at-home mom. And my dad, Gerardo Villarreal, he works at Navajo. And I have my little brother, who's a 6th grader at Zia. His name is Edwin.
Okay. Edwin.
Yeah. My mom, Iris Velo, she works at Edge Safety and Services. My dad, Adam Velo, works for Kenco. I have 2 siblings, sisters. She's a sophomore at UNM. It's her 2nd year college. And then I have a brother my age, and he's goes to high school.
Okay. Does he play for the football team?
He does.
Because I see a button.
Yes.
That's great. Who inspired you to get into the band?
My sister. Well, at first it was my aunt. She had played flute for the band all 7 years. She's an alumni. And then my sister also played flute. She's an alumni. And then I joined when I was in 6th grade, and I decided that I wanted to do something other than flute. And so I became a trumpet player.
Okay. And how about you? Who was your inspiration to get into the band?
My inspiration was my best friend, Marissa. She was also in our band, but she moved to Clovis, and she now plays for the Clovis band. And I also have a lot of family who played the same instrument as me in the band that were alumni. So, yeah, that was my best inspiration to get into band.
Okay. And how about you?
I didn't really have a person that inspired me to go into band, but I really liked instruments and playing music when I was really young. So, and when we toured the band hall in 5th grade, it inspired me to do band.
You said, this is what I'm doing.
Yes.
That's right. That's good. And how about you?
So I would probably say my aunt. We would drive around when I was in like 2nd grade and listen to Taylor Swift songs and stuff like that. And so music was just a big part of my family and who I am. And so like Molly, I didn't have like a person who inspired me to be in band, but definitely my aunt inspired me for music. So I just started there.
Now, did all of you try out for drum major?
No.
No, it was just you?
Yes.
So you knew that's what you wanted to do, right?
Yes, I want to be a music director when I grow up. So this is right where I need to be, I feel like.
Yeah. So do you when you stand up there to get started, do you see the crowd? Do you is it great to have a crowd and an audience that's out there to support you guys?
Very great. Artesia is such a humbling home to be at, and it's just amazing community that supports the arts for sure. I wouldn't lie and say it's a little nervous too, nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah, they're looking at you.
Yes.
So don't even think about that. Just forget that I even said that. Now, when you're not in band or practicing or in school class studying or whatever, what do you like to do in your off time, if you have any?
Off time, definitely stay at home with the family. We do a lot of family activities. We'll go up to the mountains, or we'll stay home and play with the dogs or something. Definitely family time.
Okay, how about you?
I hang out mostly at home or with my friends.
Okay.
That's pretty much
you
it.
Play games, listen to music?
Yeah, I listen to music.
Watch goofy stuff on YouTube?
Yeah.
like what? Like what do you watch goofy stuff?
Probably like funny videos of like people falling.
Make sure you don't get into any of those videos. So that'd be good. How about you? What do you like to do?
I spend a lot of time with my family because I'm also a varsity cheerleader, so we're always at practice, and as much time as I can get with my family is the most I'm going to spend with them, and especially my little brother and my distant family as well.
Okay. And how about you?
Free time's not really in my vocabulary. I play basketball. I'm a varsity basketball player, and so I usually in off-season we practice until 4, and I usually stay until 5:30. I go home and I do all my math, my chem, all that homework. So the little time that we do have with each other, like, I like to spend time with my family, but most of the time I'm just studying.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. You'll all do well. Thank you so much for being with us. I know you wanted to be in Belen and performing, but that didn't work out. I know you want to go to Deming, but that's not going to work.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are back, and the kickoff for the second half is now, and it's going to give us a chance to run the Starburst. We will turn. Number 39 is the up back. He hands it off to this side. We got one man to beat. I was going to say, and he does beat him. He's down the sidelines, and then we'll turn, and that's Barrera still running with the ball. Breaks free. Oh, what's going on?
The whistle says he's out of bounds 50.
Oh, he ran out of bounds back at the 50 is what they said, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Great job by Barrera. He was breaking tackle after tackle. There was 3 Belen Eagles there. He spun out all 3 of them, stiff-armed another one, but somewhere along there he stepped out of bounds. Oh, that was a good run.
Yeah, because there at the end, when I was still calling it, he had broke away from the last guy, and he started slowing down, and I looked back, and they had blown it dead. So it will be 1st and 10, and now they're talking about it. I'm thinking this side, personal foul on Belen.
Nice.
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either.
So that's going to add 15, Robbie. We're going to be down at the 35-yard line.
All right, this is it right here. We're going to take this one in the score, tie up the game, and it's going to be a different half.
Different half. And the Bulldogs need to come out here. Defense needs to play like they've been playing. The offense just needs to turn it up a little bit, catch those passes, and get the game going in our favor. All right, A formation. Barrera to the right of Taylor. He's going to turn and hand it off to Barrera, and they're going to tackle him right about the line of scrimmage. And they brought that backer again. It looked like on a run blitz.
Yeah, that's the fullback. He's also middle linebacker. Sam Tibbs just shot through the gap and got Barrera. Barrera fell forward to get the line of scrimmage back, but Tibbs did a good job.
And Tibbs is not a big guy. They listed him 5'10". Maybe he is 5'10". He doesn't look like it on the field. At 170, I don't think that either, but he's playing like he's that size. All right, so 2nd down and 10. They did not gain. Going to hand it to Barrera again. Again, nowhere to go, but he bounces it outside, and Barrera basically on his own will pick up almost 7 yards.
So what the linebackers did, as soon as they read run, they both crashed inside, so Barrera, there's nowhere to go, bounced it out left and picked up those yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 for the Artesia Bulldogs at the Belen Eagle 33-yard line. 27-yard line, Belen Eagles. 3rd and 3. A formation, going to fake the handoff, going to throw the stop route. That's going to be caught this time. 1st down, pick up over on the left side.
That's a good job by Randall Hamilton because he got hit as the ball was arriving, but he just held on to that ball for the 1st down. Good throw by Taylor.
Right timing route. As soon as he turned, ball was in his chest. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. A formation, and we're going to have a false start on the Bulldogs as the right side move before the snap. That'll back us up 5. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, that's tough. We got momentum. You're moving it down. You picked up the 1st down, and it looked like the center at that time because most of the offensive line, the rest of them went.
Yeah. Yeah, the right side went a little earlier than the left, but you're right. They were all moving, and the center didn't snap it. So just a miscommunication there, I guess. It'll be it'll be 1st down and 15. I saw the guy over there on the sideline flipped it, but it's still 1st down. So 1st and 15 at the 26-yard line. Just a straight drop. They're going to run a little screen. It's set up pretty good. If we can get a block, we do. Barrera will get down inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
So I love what Taylor did that time. He gave him time to come in on him, and then he just laid it right over the top of them. It's a good job by him on that screen pass.
A pickup of about 9. It'll be 2nd down now and about 6 at the 17-yard line of the Belen Eagles. 10 minutes and 10 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Belen leading.
They do have a 3rd down.
It's 2nd down, though, because we false started on 1st, or did we drop the ball? No, so 2nd down, they've got it wrong over there. Okay, straight drop. Taylor steps up. He's going to way overthrow it. It sailed on him, Robbie. Got over 2 receivers. Both of them had the spot, but it just goes out over the end of the end zone.
Yeah, Lopez that drove his guy all the way into the end zone was making his way back towards Taylor. Taylor stepped into that like it was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and it, as you said, sailed over about 5, 6, 7 feet over Lopez's head.
Yeah, and inside of Lopez on a similar route, but just shorter, was Greathouse. So originally I thought he was going to him because he was pretty wide open, but then the ball sailed, and I saw Lopez back behind just deeper, like you said. but it does get over those receivers. So 9:54 to go,
down.
and it's now third down. It's not fourth, it's third. Although they're going to fix it now.
He's got first down on there now.
Well, it's not first, it's third. So somebody's struggling with it over there, but that's understandable. They got it now. Third down, and it looks like about 6. Bulldogs, standard A formation. Taylor will drop and look. He's looking now. He's going to roll into pressure, away from pressure, throws it, and that's going to be a catch or underthrown. Nobody's saying anything yet. No official had very good eye on it, I guess, and I think they're going to call it a catch.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
So could have been called a trap, or it could have been called a catch. It went our way. That should be first down. It's going to be right at the yard marker. Let's see. Actually, it's a first down by about a yard. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 11. Well,
so we're going to call that a great catch. Who was that? It was Greathouse, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
And it is a first down. I was about to say they're on the 11, and the first down marker over there is on the 12. So I didn't know why it took them so long. But it is first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. And that was a good catch as he came back to the ball. It was a little underthrown. He dove forward and was able to get his hands under it, and that was what it was called, a catch. So first and 10 as the Bulldogs break the huddle. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield. Standard A formation. That safety really cheating up, Robbie. We've got man-to-man coverage across the board as they've got 7 guys in the box. Snap is back. He's going to run the speed option. Getting around the outside is going to be Barrera, and he will almost get in. He gets down to about the 2-yard line.
So great call by Coach Mop and the coaching staff because they had both outside linebackers up on the line coming on the blitz. And so Nathan takes the snap, goes right at that linebacker, and makes him choose. And he chooses Nathan, pitches it. Barrera does a good job.
All right, so it'll be second down, or they're going to say first and goal. So he got the first down. So we got the big package in. Snap is back and going right up into the line, and in for the touchdown is Peyton Deans. Touchdown Bulldogs, 7-6.
So Seth Johnson is in there, and Calderon, the linebackers, in there leading the way blocking. Two linebackers are leading the way blocking for Peyton Deans. Number 21, right, for the
12.
Bulldogs?
Number 12.
Number 21, Calderon.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the Bulldogs are now on the board. They're in the swinging gate. Let's see if they swing out of it or if they run. They're going to run a man in motion, and now they'll swing out of it. As Greathouse says, let's go ahead and get into the PAT. He is the kicker. The holder is Jake Barrera, and I'm going to get that center. I didn't get it last week. All right, so waiting on the snap, 7-6. Snap is back. The hold is down. There's going to be a false start or something on somebody as the flag came in before, and it's offsides on the Belen Eagles. So they're moving forward about a yard and a half.
So Colin Morissette is the snap. Is that what you're asking? The
snapper for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, the snapper.
And it looks like we're going to go heavy package and try to get 2, Robbie. So coming back in is going to be number 21, right?
Yeah. See him? He's right there, 21.
I know, but what's number 12 doing?
Well, no, he's running the ball, but Calderon and Seth Johnson are blocking.
I misunderstood you. Yeah. So Peyton Dean's running the ball.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But he's got 2 linebackers blocking for him.
Yes, sir. That's right. Big heavy package is what they call it. All right, so Peyton Dean's in. This is a 2-point conversion. Going to snap it, and he's just going to go right straight ahead, and he is in for the 2 points. So the Bulldogs take the lead, Robbie, come out here in the second half, and it is now 8-7, Artesia. And we've been having some technical difficulties. I'm going to see if we can get Jeff we've got him now. Keep it here if we can.
So let me give just real quick, they just snap at Peyton Deans, Calderon and Seth Johnson lead the way, and Riley Jarrett was on that side too. So 3 defensive guys on that heavy package doing the blocking offensively. Yeah, he is.
All right, Jeff, so we come out here in the second half. We get a great return, and then the Bulldogs now have the lead. So what did you see down there?
He needs that.
All right, Jeff, so we come out here in the second half. The Bulldogs now with the lead as they get a great kickoff return. And so what did you see there on that drive?
Speed option. They came back inside the 20. They pitched it out to Barrera, and he got down to the 1. Speed option looked good. Guys, it's raining a little bit now. Might have a little bit of an impact on the game. The ball a little bit slippery, but I like the momentum the Bulldogs show coming out at halftime.
All right, Jeff, thanks for that. And we're going to get ready for the kickoff, Robbie, as Greathouse will do the honors. And the Bulldogs now lead 8-7 with 8:45 in the 8:45 in the third quarter to go as Great House lines it up. Ball on the X in the middle of the field. And here's the kick. Going to do a little side kick. And falling down on it well for the Belen Eagles is one of their front men. And so they will retain possession. And getting that ball, Robbie, was number 88 at tight end.
Yeah, they talked about in the scouting report that front line guy would turn his back quickly. So if they were going to onside kick, they wanted to do it right at him. And he did turn his back, but the outside guy came over and got the ball. Fell on it.
Yep. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles at their own 44-yard line, their first offensive series here in the second half. And the Bulldogs now lead 8-7 in this back-and-forth defensive battle. That very first play was a long one for Belen as they ran the just the fullback dive, and he scores. But since then, back-and-forth defense until the Bulldogs score here in the second half. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he's going to burst forward for maybe a yard before the Bulldogs take him down.
The huge difference with Seth Johnson from the first game of the year till now. First game of the year, you're thinking, you're trying to get your reads and then react. Right now, he's immediately getting that read, and he's meeting him in the hole.
So they do get forward momentum for 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at their own 46-yard line. Belen in the huddle. The quarterback, Espinoza, coming out from the sideline after talking to Coach McGraw. And so they'll run another play here as soon as he gets it to his offense. 8-11 and counting here in the third quarter. Bulldogs 8, Belen 7 in this back-and-forth defensive set or game. Espinoza under center. Man comes in motion from the far side, going to hand it to the fullback, and he is stuffed, Robbie. I mean, in the hole. He loses a yard even with forward momentum.
Yeah, Barunda, Munoz, Jarrett, Luna, linebackers, Pacheco, Johnson, Calderon. Secondary is not doing anything.
Not having to.
No, and that's what you want in the run game, right? You do not want your safeties and corners making tackles all game long because then they're getting too deep. So, boy, that front seven is doing excellent.
All right, so it is a 3rd down and a long 9 as he lost about a yard and a half. Ball marked just at the nose of it on the 45-yard line. So 3rd down and a long 9. 7:24 and counting. Bulldogs now with the lead 8-7 as they came out in their first possession and get the drive and the score plus the 2-point conversion after an offsides penalty allowed them a yard and a half, and they decided to go for 2. Espinoza under center, got twins out here. First time we've seen this. He'll roll and pitch it, and the Bulldogs going to have to come up quick here. Number 23 will get the first down as he is spun down and out of bounds, but that time got into the secondary, Robbie.
Yeah, that's just it's their version of speed option. The quarterback reverses out, but it's basically a speed option. He pulls in the end. Jarrett did his job to quarterback, and he pitched it, and there was nobody out here to get him before he got the first down.
That's the first time we've seen that set. They had twins. They had a slot and a wideout on this side, and they came to it with that spin out. And like you said, their version of maybe the speed option is he did not ride a fullback. He just came out and then pitched off of Jarrett, and they pick up about 12. So it's 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 44-yard line as they're back in their standard set now. And now we got a whistle again. And so we'll see what they counting the players. And there's another time when they got too many guys on the field. And so it'll be a loss of 5 yards, and I don't see illegal substitution.
Okay.
Not 12 guys on the field, and so somebody was in the huddle, I guess, and came out before they broke the huddle. They had 12 in the huddle. All right, so the quarterback walking over talking to his head coach as the Belen Eagles will now get ready to line up. Well, they're going to huddle up maybe. We'll see. All right, so he gives the play to his quarterback. He runs out. They are in the little bunch huddle right up close to the ball, and now they'll break. So 6:24 and counting as they rolled the clock. Espinoza under center. Man comes in motion to the short side, going to ride the fullback, and he keeps it. The fullback keeps it, and he's able to push the pile that time, Robbie, and almost get the 5 yards back. Actually got about 3.
Yeah, I had the regular guys in there for the Bulldogs, but as you said, he got low and just drove that pile. I think his offensive lineman helped him a little bit too, push him down the field.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and about 13 yards for the Belen Eagles as they're taking their time. 5:54 and counting in the third quarter. Artesia 8, the Belen Eagles 7. And Espinoza gets his call from his offensive head coach, or actually the head coach, I believe, is calling the offense, Coach McCraw. All right, so they're looking how they want to line this up, Robbie, as they're kind of they're going to go a tight end to the wide side. They got an X back over him, X back on the center. They're going to turn. The quarterback's going to roll out. Bulldogs getting heavy pressure. He's going to throw it up into the air, And good coverage back there by Thomas Riley, and really no chance for number 23 to make the catch.
Yeah, there was so much pressure on Espinoza by the Bulldog defense or front line. He had to just throw that up in the air. And so, as you said, good coverage by Riley. That really never had a chance because of the pressure that was on him.
Yeah, and if it would have been closer to the receiver, we had excellent coverage. So Riley would have been right there to try to break that up or even get an INT like he did in the first half. He ended up calling a interference on him, but it was probably – you take that play on film and you use it as how to play defense on a corner.
Yes.
Because it's arguable that there was a pass interference. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 13. Wide out on each side, X-back on either side of the tackles, and the fullback in the backfield behind Espinoza. And now they're just letting time run off, and he's going to wait until it gets down close before he snaps the play. And he's still telling him to wait. I don't see the countdown clock. They're over there looking, and now he called, whoa, and then we got a timeout called, and I don't know who called it. But a timeout taken, so we're going to take one too, Robbie. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Bulldogs 8, Belen 7.
Did you know Artesia Ford has been open for 50 years and owned by the same people for every day they've been open? I'd say they must be doing something right.
By the same people? So the person I bought my truck from might have sold my grandfather his trucks?
I bet they did. That's a family tradition I could be proud of.
Artesia Ford, open for 50 years and counting. Visit Artesia Ford at 307 North 1st Street in Artesia to be a part of a family tradition you can count on for the next 50 years.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here coming out of this timeout taken by Belen. They're first here in the second half. They have got a 3rd down and 13 at the Bulldog 46-yard line as they'll break their huddle. Bulldog defense on the I just watched one of our players do a little dance step out
the slide.
So it cracked me up. All right, so 3rd down. Belen will line up with the wideouts on either side. An X-back on the hip of the tackles. The quarterback, Espinoza, will go under center. His fullback in the backfield. Looks like we got a run blitz, Robbie. The quarterback's going to keep it. We're going to have another penalty, and I think it's going to be on the Belen Eagles, but we'll wait and see.
So it was going to be a pass play again over to the short side of the field, which is interesting.
So the white hat looking around like, what are we doing here? He made a full circle looking around. I don't know what the – oh, and now we're going to have another penalty, and that's not good. When you see that –
illegal shift,
but then he threw a penalty up in the air. I thought he was going to call something on him there late, but he didn't.
Well, nobody threw a flag. So
yeah,
I guess
the back judge, or I never get them right, but the guy that sets the ball, whatever his umpire, back judge, whatever his title is, he actually threw a penalty flag and blew the whistle to stop the play. All right, so back up all the way back to their own 49-yard line. Got to get to the Bulldog 33 for a first down. Man goes in motion, 23. He's going to hand it right up the middle, and he's got room, Robbie, but he's not going to get the first down, but he does break into the secondary all the way down to the Bulldog 39-yard line.
Well, that's just that give. We have not seen the quarterback for the Belen Eagles, Espinoza, pull that ball much, and we run their option on the outside. The Bulldogs are taking that out of play, so the only thing they have is that give, and that time he broke free, and it is 4-down territory.
4th and about 7.
I think that's what that run did for them, is got them into that.
Yeah, because it was 3rd and about 28 or something. I mean, he got several yards out of that play. All right, it's going to be 4th and about 7 at the Bulldog 39-yard line. Got to get to the 33, 4th and 6. Man comes into motion, short side of the field. There was a false start they didn't catch. Bulldogs getting some pressure. He does throw it deep. He's got a man, and he drops the ball. As the Bulldog coverage was beat by about a half a step, he does clean him up as the ball goes into the in and out of the hands of the wide receiver.
Well, he was open. He had 2 or 3 steps on Pando back there, and the quarterback hit him in the hands, but it's just going on tonight. He dropped it. He had a touchdown if he had caught that ball.
All right, so turnover on downs. The Bulldogs, with 4:36 to go here in the third quarter, take over at their own 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the near hash. Bulldogs defending the north goal, so they're going south. Left to right on your radio dial. Looks like Barrera will stay in the backfield to the right of the shotgun formation with Taylor to his left. A formation, snap is back, looking to throw it. He's going to throw the little screen. Boy, they got a truckload out in front of them. Let's see if they can get down the field. He's to the 50, to the 45, and he drives into the, I don't know what number 3 plays, but he drove into him, and he picked up an extra yard. Big first down pickup all the way to the Belen 45.
Perfect execution by the Bulldogs on that screen pass. The lineman let their defensive lineman go, set him up, and it was so good there was no one for the lineman to block. Barrera just had to go run past him. There was one guy in there, but he couldn't make a play.
Right. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 45. He's going to turn and hand it off to Barrera. He's got a little sidestep, and he'll end up picking up maybe 2 yards as he's tackled by number 12 there.
So just counter it with the give to Barrera up the middle. Picks up a couple of yards. Number 12 for the Eagles made the tackle, Avila.
4:09 and counting, 8-7 the Bulldogs lead, and driving again here their second possession of the second half. We're in the third quarter as a big Miller flies in with me and Robbie in the press box. Going to step and throw, and the out route, the deep out route underthrown. It was the intended receiver tried to come back to it. Robbie just underthrown, so incomplete.
I think that's a back shoulder because that was 20 yards down the field. Is that a back shoulder throw they're trying to do?
It looked like a really deep dig, like he ran a 20-yard dig, which is a college and pro throw.
Yeah.
And we have run it before in Bulldog football, but it is a hard throw for a quarterback to make, even at the college and pro level.
Yeah.
You do see it a lot at that level. You don't see it much at the high school level. All right, trip to the near side, which is the wide side. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. 3rd down and a long 8. Snap is back. He's going to hand it off on 3rd down. Barrera struggles through, and he breaks a tackle, Robbie, and he picks up a first down.
That's pure heart, pure determination by Barrera. He was hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, and he ran through those arm tackles.
His legs.
And he's driving his legs. He just keeps them moving. He uses his arm that doesn't have the ball to help him, too. Great job by Barrera.
All right, so 1st and 10 after that 12-yard pickup. Ball down on the Belen Eagle 33-yard line. A formation snap is back. Going to run this little screen to this side, and that's going to be to the slot. Good block. And going up the field, he's to the 20, to the 15, and he's going to be tackled at about the 14-yard line. Number 27, is that Watson?
That's Watson. All right, so you're going to blitz. We talked about the first quarter. You're going to blitz that much, then we'll just let you come. We'll let you run past our guys, run the screens, and get our linemen out in front. So great screen pass back to the right side that time.
Yeah, so Watson was the slot on the far side of the field. He comes basically down the line of scrimmage behind the lineman, and then he ends up being the receiver. A formation snap is back, going to run the speed option. Taylor pitches it to Barrera. He cuts back, makes a good cut, and he dives forward. Another great run down to about the 5-yard line.
So Belen actually defensed that well.
Yeah.
As Taylor had a guy on him, and Barrera's pitch guy responsibility was out there. Taylor went ahead and pitched it, and Barrera cut right back inside of him and then picked up the yards.
Pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the Belen Eagle 6-yard line. So we can get a first down without scoring. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 6-yard line. A formation. Ball in the middle of the field. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield in the shotgun. Snap is back. Taylor's going to look to throw. He's going to throw another screen, and it's going to be overthrown. Barrera. Coming up hard was number 21, the linebacker, but the ball was overthrown, so incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's tough to throw. Taylor was basically running backwards and trying to get some momentum on that ball and throw it with the lineman in his face, so that was a very difficult throw.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Bulldogs at the Belen Eagle 6-yard line. We're down to 2:36 here, and this has been a fast game, by the way.
It has.
Defensive games usually end up that way. 2:36 to go in the third quarter, but the Bulldogs are looking to take a bigger lead as they now lead 8-7. And in there is the heavy package, a linebacker on either side, and the runner is going to be Peyton Deans. He runs up the right side, pushes his way, and he will get in, I believe, Robbie, and he does. He just kept trucking through people. That's a touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, again, that heavy package, those guys are just getting a hat on a defensive person, and they're driving. And Deans got in behind him. There was no gap. He got in behind him, and all the momentum just kept going in the end zone. He finally broke free and turned and twisted in there, but he never did go down. They never got him on the ground. Great job by the heavy package.
All right, yeah, because that was out at the 6-yard line, and we haven't really – yeah, we've seen it inside the 10 in the previous 2 games. But, all right, so it'll be the PAT swinging gate is out there right now. Greathouse, the kicker, and holding the ball will be if they come out of it. Right now they're looking to bring a man. Mocho, they're going to run the 2-point conversion, and Robbie, they're not going to get in. So a good job there by number 88 as he just kind of slid through blockers, and he makes a tackle.
Yeah, snap it over to number 44 for the Bulldogs, which is Jesse LaRock, and he was not able to get in, as you mentioned. So, but I like the fact that he called it. We're up by 1, so now it's 7-14, but it also gets it on film, and everybody else has to work on it.
So with 2:31 to go. We're going to take our break here as the Bulldogs take a bigger lead, 14-7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death in New Mexico, but it is preventable. If you have high blood pressure or cholesterol, are overweight, smoke, or have other risk factors, it's time to take your health to heart. Artesia General Hospital's experienced cardiologists provide the latest diagnosis and treatment for heart health concerns with compassion. Request an appointment with Artesia General Hospital's cardiologist today at artesiageneral.com/heart and make your heart health a priority.
Welcome back to Belen High School, Bulldog fans. Fans of football around the world, we're thankful you're here. KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. The Artesia Bulldogs have scored on both possessions here in the second half. They were unable to get on the board in the first half. If you're just joining us, the Belen Eagles led 7-0 going into halftime, but the Bulldogs come out. They get a great run back on the first kickoff, and they go down and score, and they end up getting a 2-point conversion, and then they score again after the defense holds again on the Belen Eagles and get it. That's going to go out of bounds, Robbie, on the kickoff. We'll see if they decide to take it up at the 35 or if they make a free kick. But in any case, just a little bit of a recap. Bulldogs have scored on both possessions. This will be the Eagles' second possession. Defense remains strong.
Defense has played well all year, and after that first play of the game, they have done a good job of shutting down the Eagle triple option. We've seen a couple of 10, 12-yard runs, but other than that, they've just stuffed them time and time again. I think it's 3 or 4 punts in the game for the Eagles so far.
Yep.
And that's strictly just the defense not allowing them to get a first down. I was thinking a while ago, they picked up a first down in the second quarter by way of penalty, but I don't remember another first down until the one they got just a while ago.
Second half.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think they got a first down in the first half.
Yeah.
Because the first play was a touchdown.
Which is
so I'm
a
not
first
sure
down.
they got a first. Okay.
But you're right.
Yeah.
A regular first down.
Right. All right, so they get the ball at the 35, ball in the near hash. Man goes into motion. Number 6 going to spin it, hand it 21, and look at that. By the linebacker for the Artesia Bulldogs, tackled him in the backfield.
I'm telling you, Calderon, they moved him down to nose when they got a tight end in there, and he just shot his gap. He goes with the motion, whichever way motion is going. He shoots that A gap or goes that direction, and that was just like a 6:35 give. There you go, Coach Phipps. And, boy, he caught him in the backfield. Nobody even touched him. Great job.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Belen Eagles, back at the 32, I guess 2nd and 13. So back at their own 32 after the three-yard loss. And Belen will come out with the 2 wides. X-back on either side of the tackles. Fullback behind the quarterback Espinosa. Goes under center. Man comes into motion. Going to hand it off again. And the Bulldogs right there, Robbie, and they stack him up. I don't know if he got any forward momentum.
Now, number 88 for the Bulldogs. I like the way he played that. He got separation with his hands from his offensive guy, and that's Luna. 5'8", 240-pound senior for the Bulldogs. So he locked up with him. He got separated, bench pressed him off of him, and then when he tried to go inside of him, he just released his guy and got on him first.
So they did not gain a yard. It remains, they just got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 13. Let's see what they do here. They are going to go, I thought they were going to go twins. They do. They send out a wide out. So this second time we've seen this setup. They got a big first down on it earlier. We'll see what they do here. He's going to roll out as the quarterback. He does pitch it. Bulldogs play it perfectly. Who come up on that? Number 13. And he comes up and tackled him in the backfield.
So they are formation heavy, and by that I mean, who's down over here on the field?
Yeah, we've got a player down for Belen.
Yeah. So formation heavy is they have a strong tendency to run the same play out of certain formations. And they got us on that before, as you mentioned, and then seeing that twins again. So Pando immediately releases his guys and comes up and gets the pitch man.
Yep, it's a great job by him. And we do have a young man down on the field. Looks like maybe just cramps, Robbie, is the way that the trainer is handling him. So hopefully that's all it is. Usually that's not a bad injury, it just hurts. And so you can get those cramps to settle and then get up and off the field. But the Bulldog defense is just playing terrific. We don't have any stats, unfortunately, but I think I would be surprised if they actually have over 100 yards in offense. I mean, they had that first run of around 70, and then I don't think they've had any, besides penalties, I think they've been negative is what I'm going to say. I know they've had some forward gains, but they've had so many losses since that first. They might have negative yards since that first run.
Yeah,
total.
I agree. You take out that first run, and I think they may be close to 0 yardage,
or
as
negative.
You're saying, or
yeah.
negative. And,
yeah.
and the defense has played that well tonight. And I'll just say this. I'll tell you all Joby's age here. with this triple option. Some of the coaches on the Bulldog staff have never faced a triple option team. They had to learn quickly this week on assignments and responsibilities and the discipline that it takes to face a triple option team. They're so young, they never really have seen a triple option team. So made me feel old.
I was about to say I'll give Robbie's age here because when he was an offense, when he was a Bulldog, they ran a triple option, but you ran it out of the wishbone, didn't you?
First year we did.
First year.
Yeah.
My last year we ran the triple option. So we had a new coach, and Coach Kaufman, the only year he was in Artesia, and he came in and we put the wishbone in. We ran the triple option. So out of the wishbone as much.
Coach Mike Phipps probably told him to.
May have. I don't know. Mike, coach is probably listening. And
he made a living on that. 7 out of 10 years he won a state championship running the wishbone.
He might have known what he was doing with it. All right, so the punting unit is on as it's 4th and long. Snap is back. Bulldogs do bring a little pressure. This time the punt is a low line driver, and he was down by knee. And he tackled him by his helmet. But nothing called there as he got slung down by the back of his helmet.
Yeah, question whether the knee was actually down or not. Whistle hadn't been blown, so the defender
did what he was supposed to do, tackled him.
Yep, did what he's supposed to do. So,
I mean, I didn't question he was down, but you're right. There was no whistle. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 39-yard line, as this is their 3rd possession here in the second half. They've got 45 seconds to go. They scored 2 times so far on their first 2 possessions. They've scored a touchdown each time, so let's see if we can keep that trend going. Leading now 14-7 over the Belen Eagles. Standard A formation, ball in the middle of the field. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun as he takes a look over the defense. They're cheating up. We might have a wide open. He's going to pull it out this time. He does have a man deep, but he's going to throw the short route. It's going to be caught, and that should be a catch. And where are they at? Did he say it was? He didn't get his feet down. It looked like he got that his front foot down. His back foot looked like it stepped out. Of course, we're way over here.
Yeah.
But they say it was incomplete.
Randall Hamilton over there. Great job at the opposite line. Taylor rolled to his left. Had a lineman out in front. No pressure at all. And just unable to get his feet in bounds. Hamilton.
That's our version of the play action pass. He did put it in Barrera's stomach. He pulled it out and rolled.
It froze the linebackers.
It did. All right, again, standard A formation. This time Barrera to the right of Taylor. Snap is back. He's going to hand it to him this time. He looks for somewhere to go and nowhere to go, and he is gang tackled. Looks like maybe lost a yard.
It's a good job by number 75 for the Eagles on defense. I'm not seeing him in there. Anyway, number 75 for the Eagles did a great job of getting off his block and just coming in there and creating havoc, and that's Kenneth Carjo.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 11, a yard lost there for the Artesia Bulldogs. They're at their own 38-yard line. Trips to the short side of the field. Actually, ball near the far hash. One man down here is Lopez, and he's going to look the other way. He's got time. He's got a man, and that sits right down there. Boy, a good hit, but that's, I think, a first down pickup, and it's going to be really close, Robbie. And I think who was that made the catch?
It's Fierro, or number 15.
That's Fierro, I believe.
No, that's number 15. Yeah, they had it wrong. It's on the other side. Oh,
he's right here. Devin Fierro.
Sorry, yeah, Devin. Sorry, folks. Devin Fierro did a good job coming across the middle, finding an open spot, sitting down in it, and Taylor did a good job of finding him. Yeah, he took a big hit. It's 1st down Bulldogs.
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Artesia Bulldogs lead 14-7. And I don't know if we've got Jeff somewhere. We'll take a break when we come back. If we can find him, we'll talk to Jeff for a minute. So stay tuned. 14-7, 4th quarter coming up.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized Carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier unit. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We've got a few seconds here. We're going to drop down to Jeff. Jeff, that last play there, did he sit down in a zone or did he just run his route and they were just away from him?
I think he's sitting down in the zone. I think they're mixing up man free and cover 3. You can kind of get that read from the corners, but I think right there they were in cover 3 and in there and got open.
Well, it was a great play, and so good job. Bulldog 1st down. They turned around. Jeff, we'll come back to you here in a little bit. Thanks. All right, Bulldog fans, it is 1st and 10. He sat down. He got it right. He was hit right when he caught the ball, Robbie, but it was right at the yard, right where he needed to be. And so it is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line as they swap ends. Bulldogs now going north. A formation ball in the middle of the field. Taylor has Barrera to his right as he's getting all buckled back up. All right, now he's ready to go. And they look like they're coming off the corners. He hands it to Barrera, and Barrera's going to be tackled in the backfield by there's number 88 again.
Yeah, that's that backside end where you leave him unblocked on that play, and he's just seeing it so much tonight. He is flying off that end and coming across there and making that play from behind.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 12 on the loss of 2 as the Artesia Bulldogs now have the ball on the near hash, near us here in the press box. 11:35 and counting. Bulldogs lead in the game, and then Bulldogs lead 14-7. And again, they scored. They had the ball twice in the third quarter, and they scored twice. Trips to the far side. He's looking that way. 88 breaks through. Taylor's just going to tuck it and try to get up the field. He will pick back up the yards lost and maybe one more as he goes pushed out of bounds. A little bit of talking on the sideline there. Refs are looking at him, but I don't see a flag coming in. As they gave Taylor a little extra what to after he got over there in the middle of the team.
Yeah, they shoved him out, and these fans up here are yelling, "Hey, come on!"
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 10 as he got back the yards that were lost, did Taylor on that scramble. A formation ball in the near hash. Barrera to the left of Taylor. Snap is back. He's just going to drop and throw. They're going to throw the little screen. He gets it out there to Fierro, and then he gets tackled. He didn't cut back soon enough, Robbie. He had a blocker, but he didn't cut back. Tried to get around the corner, and they got tackled.
Yeah, the offensive tackle for the Bulldogs, number 64, Nahum. Boy, he is just riding his guy towards the sideline. Fierro, if he cuts back inside of him, behind him, he's got 15 yards of green grass or green turf. And he tried to get outside of him right where he was blocking him to.
So it's a loss of 1. It's 4th down and 11 as we're going to go quads to the wide side, which is near us here in the press box. One receiver to the top side, and I believe that's Lopez. Taylor in the backfield by himself. They're going to bring a stunt. Linebacker comes. Taylor drops and throws. And it goes through the hands. It was low, but it probably should have been caught. And that is incomplete, and a turnover on downs as the ball does fall to the turf.
And that was Lopez over there on an island by himself. As you said, quads on the left. He was over there by himself, ran that route. Ball was low, but it just went right through his hands. I got a couple of scoring updates. Goddard 42, Deming 6, 11:30 in the 4th quarter. Alamogordo 21, Lovington 14, 2:30 left in the 4th quarter.
All right, so the Bulldog defense back on the field, and the Belen Eagles will have another chance here to try to get things tied up as the turnover on downs puts them 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 48-yard line. They're going to go that tight position. They're going to go that tight end to this side or to the other side this time. No, they're coming this way. They've just covered him up with a wideout, and so the quarterback will hand it off and on the reverse or little counter, and the Bulldogs read it perfectly.
Yeah, good job by the defense. It's misdirection. All your keys say the play is going to the defensive left side, and he cuts back against all that grain. So Bulldogs, again, doing a good job of staying home on the backside to limit that to 1-yard gain.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. As Robbie said, they did pick up the 1 yard on that counter play. And so 2nd and 9, ball in the far hash as the clock is ticking, 9:54 and counting to go in the ball game. And they're going to run 2 wideouts again. They got the X-Men, and the X-Man on the far side is coming in motion. There was a false start, and they saw it this time. So the right tackle on this side jumped. So that'll move them back 5. It'll be 2nd down and 14 after they mark off the penalty.
So with the running offense, that penalty right there really puts you in a hole because now it's 2nd and 14, and when you're getting maybe 2 to 3 to 4 yards of play, maybe 4, it's really tough. But they're going to be in 4-down territory, 4th quarter with the clock where it is on past the 50 if they get a little bit of yards.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to add to what you said is, and especially against the Bulldog defense, who for the most part have been pushing them backwards all game long except for that first play. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. Ball in the far hash, 2 X-Men on either tackle. Fullback behind the quarterback, Espinoza, who's under center. Snap is back. He's going to fumble the ball, and it's a scrum. We'll see who comes up with it. I think Belen fell on it, but it was kind of between his knees, so the Bulldogs may be able to strip it out of there. We'll see as they unpile. Offensive lineman fell straight down, and it looks like he will maintain possession. So it'll be 3rd down on a loss of about 1.
So that was a pull all the way. That was not a read. It was the same play that was called on the penalty, and saw him do it. It came right back to it. He kind of stuck it in the fullback's belly and tried to pull it out and come around and just popped it up in the air.
So they do retain possession on the fumble, but they lose a yard. 3rd down and 15 now from the 47-yard line on their side of the field. And again, taking a lot of time here. The clock isn't running. Yeah, it is running. So they did roll it again after the penalty.
He's going to call timeout.
So he's going to let the time run down, and then he's going to call timeout. He's within 1 touchdown, Robbie, so he's playing the clock game, going to try to keep the ball and get a touchdown here and tie it up with almost no time left. And he will call a timeout. So we'll take one as well. We're going to hear from Tate Branch. Stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play.
Hi, it's Maria and Prisa with the Tate Branch Auto Group. Inventory may be low around the country, but here at Tate Branch Auto Group, we've got the resources needed to get you in the vehicle you want. Maria, really? How is that? With all 4 of our dealerships in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and Roswell, we have a great selection of vehicles on hand. And now you can view them all in one place. Just go to www.tatebranch.com and you will have direct access to all our websites. That's right, you're just a click away from all of our amazing inventory. tatebranch.com.
All right, we're back here. The Belen offense still on the sideline with their coach, or kind of out between the sideline and the hash, talking about what they want to do here on a 3rd down and 15 against the Artesia Bulldog defense, who really has played emphatically the entire game. And so a tough position, as you said, on a running team here. They will have, look what they've been running basically the whole game. Espinoza under center. The ball on the far hash. Let's see which X-Man goes into. Neither one does. He's going to drop and pass. He's going to throw a little out, and it's overthrown. And that will be 4th down and 15.
So that's interesting because we did go to our 52 defense, 5 defensive linemen, and their offensive line, all they did was try to cut our defensive linemen on the ground because that's going to be a real quick pass out here in the flat. So just get them on the ground. Don't let them get any kind of rush on the quarterback.
So it looks like they are going to elect to punt the ball. Number 18 has done a good job punting all game long. Let's see. If I were the defense, and I'm sure they've talked about this, watch for the fake right here. It is 4th quarter. They are down by 7. There's 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go, so it's not like it's real close, but they probably will punt. But you always want to be aware of a possible fake. So the punting unit on, punt return on for the Bulldogs. Snap is back. And a pretty decent punt, and calling the fair catch will be Barrera. He'll catch it at about the 28-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs.
So another good defensive stand. They seem to have a little bit of momentum there as they move the ball a little bit. Then the penalty got them back. Defense stepped up strong again. And now the offense needs to just take it down and score.
Okay, so the Bulldog offense coming on for their 4th possession here in the second half. They scored on the first 2, ended up turning it over on downs in the last possession. So they've got about 72 yards to go here to get the touchdown as they're fixing a player's helmet. Now they got it fixed. Trips to the wide side, which is the near side to us here in the press box. Peyton Dean's on an island on the other side is the wide out. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Snap is back. He's going to look to throw to the wide side. He's got a man deep. He's going to throw it deep, and that's going to be caught.
Oh, my gosh.
So it was a little underthrown, but he should have caught it, Robbie. It was hit him in the arms, and so would have been a touchdown. The defender actually even fell down. He had him beat by 3 or 4 yards. Then the defender fell down, and it was a little underthrown, but that was definitely a good catchable ball, and we just drop it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Again, standard A formation this time. Snap is back. They're going to rush 4. He's going to throw the screen to the far side. Barrera does a great job stepping in behind the block. He's got the 1st down and more as he gets all the way out to the 41-yard line.
I tell you, he's doing a good job out there is Jacob Velasquez, 5'11", 300-pound senior. That's not easy as a lineman to get out there and get in front of your running back, but he was making a way for Barrera on that screen pass.
Good job by the offensive line, as you pointed out. And so big 1st down. They still got the 2nd down marker up, but they flipped it over. 1st down and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 41-yard line. A formation, ball in the far hash. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it off to Barrera. He bursts through the middle and pick up about 5 yards.
I'm going to tell you, I'm just watching him up close and through the binoculars, and Barrera, when he gets that ball, everything is the way it should be. His shoulders are in front of his legs, his knees, and when he gets through that hole, the first guy that hits him, he's driving him backwards and keeps his legs pumping and picks up 5 yards when he should get about 3.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 after that, as Robbie detailed it. Perfect running position for the Bulldog fullback, Jake Barrera. So 2nd and 5, he's to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Taylor's going to drop. They rush 4, steps into the throw, out route, good throw and catch, and he's still running over there. And is that Deans?
That's number 19.
Yeah, so that's
Caden Joy.
Okay, so Caden Joy in there, and a great pickup and a good run after he caught that ball.
He caught it, and 2 Eagles hit him, and he kind of shook him off and took off down the field with them still hanging on, and then the safety came over and took him down.
All right, so a big pickup. 1st and 10 at the Belen Eagle 38-yard line, and we're down now to 6:58 in counting, as the Bulldogs will come out with trips to the wide side, which is this side of the field. Barrera to the right of Taylor, and we got that wide out really in tight. He's going to run it out and up. That's what I thought he was going to run. He's wide open if he can get it to him, and it's just overthrown and out of bounds. So he was more like in a flex position, Robbie. So I didn't. Of course, they can't hear me. I was going to say he's going to run it out and up, and he did.
And what happened to Taylor that time is he threw off his back foot when he was falling backwards
he
a
got
little bit
pressured
instead of stepping into the throw, so the ball floated on him out of bounds.
All right, so 2nd down and 10 now at the Belen Eagle 38-yard line. Yeah, they got a little pressure on that side that time and caused him to have to adjust his throw. So standard A formation. Barrera to the left this time of Taylor. Snap is back. He's going to look to throw again. Going to throw the screen to this side. Boy, he's got a lot of wide open field out in front of him. But then Belen does close quickly. And so it's still a good pickup all the way down to the 30. Pickup of about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Good job by Andrew, the left tackle for the Bulldogs, getting out there in front of him.
Is that who it was? Yeah, Anguiano. Quick snap, and he's going to bounce outside. This Barrera on the handoff. That was designed to go up the middle, Robbie. He bounces outside and picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, he reads so well what you want a running back to do. He's not looking to get in the handoff. His eyes are reading the defense, so as soon as he gets it and he's quick, he'll plant that left foot and bounce it outside because there's nothing there in the middle.
Well, he picked up about 7 yards. It's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25-yard line of the Belen Eagles. 5:59 and counting, and now we're going to have a whistle blow and a timeout taken by Belen, which is their 2nd timeout. And let's see if Jeff is available to go to. So, Jeff, if you're available, we're going to come down to you right quick. He's getting in position. Our stuff is giving us some problems tonight, but he's walking back this way.
Now, guys.
There you are. So, Jeff, we're on a drive again here. What are some of the things that the coaches looks like they're mixing it up well? What are you seeing down there on the field? Well, Jeff, we don't hear you.
Check.
There you go. Go ahead. Well, yeah, go ahead.
About our offense, but the biggest thing, guys, I see from down here is we've been able to run the screen pass this half. Biggest adjustment, I think, so far with Barrera out of the backfield, sometimes Watson or Greathouse from the slot or Fierro, but the screen pass has given us a lot of confidence and momentum.
All right, that's exactly right. All right, thanks, Jeff. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Belen Eagle 25-yard line as they come out of this timeout. And Taylor will have Barrera to his right. Ball on the far hash. A formation, 2 slots, 2 wideouts. As the Bulldogs get set, Taylor is pointing. He sees something, and I think he sees some. Well, we'll see what he was looking at. Snap is back. He's going to turn, hand it off. Barrera up the middle, and he breaks through some tackles. He's still running, finally taken down.
The middle linebacker read that perfectly, came up, hit Barrera. Barrera didn't even slow down. He ran right through him, left him behind him, and went and got his yards.
One of the things that sometimes we see, Robbie, against the Bulldogs over the years, that middle linebacker, that's also their fullback. And he's been their best weapon both ways. He might be getting a little bit tired. All right, standard A formation, ball in the middle of the field, snap it back, going to hand it off Barrera again. It looks like he got enough for the 1st down. He picked up, nope, he's short of it. He picked up 7 the first play, and now he picks up about 2. It'll be, 1. It'll be 3rd down and 2. That was just a quick go to Barrera as they got right back up on the ball quickly and handed it off again, but this time they were able to get him down. So 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Time is running. We're going to be down to under 5 minutes by the time they snap this ball left in the ball game. Bulldogs 14, Belen 7. A formation. Nope, got trips to the wide side, which is the near side. Barrera to the right of Taylor. Snap is back. He's going to look to the wide side. Oh, and he throws it back there, and it's caught. Oh, I thought it was caught. But there was a snap violation. Let's see what the call was. False start on the Bulldogs.
That's Peyton Deans out there, wide receiver.
So it looked like Peyton didn't know the ball was coming to him there for a minute. The ball was in the air. It was just a straight 9 route, just a go route. And then when he saw it in the air, he speeded up. I thought he caught it, but it went through his hands, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. We had a false start. So that'll back us back 5. 3rd down and 7, a long 6. We'll call it 3rd and 7. A formation. Taylor has Barrera to his right in the shotgun. Snap is back. They're going to bring the man off the corner. Going to run that little screen. And that is Watson. No, that's Fierro, and he's in for the touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, it's a great call again. You know what? You can live and die by the blitz, and the Bulldogs have done a great job. Coaching staff coming back was, as Jess said, screen after screen after screen. Fierro that time cut back inside on it and behind his blocking, and then his speed got him into the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was touched. I mean,
no.
he ran pretty free. That's that same screen. So you got so the fans out there that are watching, maybe you didn't, maybe you're listening. So just to let you know, when we run the slot screen, they actually come across. It's the slot on the far side. He'll come across basically down the line, right behind where the offensive linemen are. It's a slow developing play, but they ran the blitz off of that side, so that linebacker was already by him. He catches the ball, and as you said, he cut back in his blocks, and he goes in for the touchdown. All right, snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it looks good from up here. It is good. The Artesia Bulldogs now lead 21-7, 4:25 to go in the ball game. And we're going to take a break and hear from Artesia Credit Union.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here. The Artesia Bulldogs have scored once again. They've scored 3 out of 4 possessions here, Robbie, in the second half. Unable to get anything going in the first half, but have gotten on track here in the second.
Well, we talked about it. You asked the question. They're executing. The offense is executing the second half. They're reading well and making the catches and making the plays. The line is doing excellent, so they're executing their offense. It was there the first half. They just weren't executing.
All right, so we'll kick off here as I think this might be – it's a new kicker, and I think it might be Parrish. It is. He's going to kick it to the right side. Is that number 87, Jake Parrish? And it goes out of bounds, so it'll be yeah. It was Jake, so it'll be let's see if they take it out on the 35. That would be my guess, and it looks like that's what they're going to do as the offense is getting on the field for the Belen Eagles, going out and huddling kind of out between the sideline and the what do you call it, Robbie?
I don't know. I'm waiting to do scores. I'm waiting for you to finish. Alamogordo 21, Lovington 20 with 12 seconds left. Lovington timeout. Evidently, they must have the ball. Goddard 49, Deming 6 with 2:15 left in the fourth period. Bernalillo 27, Los Alamos 0 into 3. Rio Rancho, this was a big game. Rio Rancho 21, El Dorado 0 at the end of 3. And let me see if I can find any more close to us. West Las Vegas 34, Portales 32.
This is a play. This is and we see them cheating up the Bulldogs, and they do run that. And that was a big play for them earlier. And perfect, played it perfectly. And I'm telling you what, the Bulldogs knew that was coming, and the corner just stepped up there to ready to make tackle. And he does make it, number 13 for the Bulldogs.
Well, the defense is prepared for this offense. We've talked about that already. So they lined up. That's a slow developing play. Pando saw that coming towards him at his cornerback position. And the receiver is out there to block him, and he waited for the running back to make a decision. He shed the blocker and made the tackle for 1 yard gain? No yard gain.
They basically got back to the line of scrimmage.
Pando played that perfectly.
Yeah, he even came off. He was out on the receiver. He saw him line up in that. He started cheating and got down all the way inside the slot back and was, like you said, then shed him and made the tackle. All right, so back in their more standard and they do the dive to the fullback, number 21, and he doesn't have much to go, just a big scrum. as they pile up there. Maybe a pickup of 2 based on where I see the forward momentum. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Belen Eagles.
So you teach gang tackling on defense, and that is until the whistle blows, everybody flies into the ball, and there was 10 Bulldogs in there on that tackle. The other one was coming. He was just further away. That's how it's good team defense by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you go. Everybody get your head on the ball if you can. Get there, and they did that time. As it was kind of a pile up, and then everybody got there. All right, so he did pick up about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And there are 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in this ball game. The Bulldogs lead 21-7. The Belen Eagles line up in their standard formation. Man goes into motion, the short side, handed up the middle, and the Bulldog, boy, what a great tackle there by the interior defense of the Bulldog. Looked like he had a gap, and then he was just grabbed onto and stopped.
I'm telling you, Seth Johnson, he reads that give so quick, which is his responsibility. The fullback is his. He doesn't have quarterback. He doesn't have pitchman. So he is reading that so quick, and he's coming in, and he's hitting him low and wrapping him up.
And I think Barunda was in there on that too, and that's the arm. Or yeah, it was Barunda. I saw his arm, and he just put a dead stop, and then he was cleaned up by Johnson, as you pointed out. Just great defense by the interior of the Bulldogs defense. All right, so it is 4th down. He picked up, it looks like they gave him forward momentum of 2 yards. So 4th down and 6 as they are on to punt, even though there's only a couple minutes in the ball game and they're down by 14. So it is a punt down the field. Barrera may go get that. Let's see if he does. No, he's just going to let it bounce. And we've got a penalty coming in, 2 penalty flags coming in. We've got some extracurricular going on across the way, and we'll see what the calls were. So they're talking about it, and White Hat will get down there and they'll let him know. But a penalty from the side judge or the sideline ref on the far side, and then one on the back judge. I need to learn those positions of the. I sound like a dummy.
I've been watching the little ball boy for the Eagles come in and out all night.
Yep.
He's got to be 4 or 5, 6 maybe. And he is loving life right now. It's all he can do to sprint all the way out there, change the ball out, and sprint all the way back. And he's just happy.
Oh, yeah. That's the best time right there. So I missed it. So it was a
holding
illegal
block.
Back. Illegal block by the Artesia Bulldogs. You had me looking over at the ball boy.
Sorry.
The white hat. I got the tail end of the white hat, and Gene cleaned it up for me and said, hey, it was illegal block. So that's on the Artesia Bulldogs. That'll put them back inside the 20 down at their own 16-yard line. All right, Bulldog fans, it looks like, barring some kind of a miracle, we're going to get this win, Robbie. There's a minute and 49 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, and Bulldogs up by 2 touchdowns and have the ball.
You think we'd run the ball, and here we come with an empty backfield.
So empty backfield. Maybe we'll see a quarterback draw, but I doubt it. He steps and throws. He's going to throw that wide receiver screen, and the lineman got out on that one. I think that was Lopez, but about a 4-yard pickup there.
That was Lopez, and I'm looking at, see who it is, number 51. Is that the center? Yeah, it's Omar. Man, he came back and just peeled at that corner. That's a corner's worst nightmare, is a lineman just picking you up.
All right, quads to this side, and now he's going to Taylor said, no, we need somebody over there. So trips to this side, which is the wide side, as the Bulldogs quarterback, Nathan Taylor, in the backfield by himself. Twins to the far side. He's looking to the wide side of the field. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's intercepted. No, It was caught. It went through the hands of 22, and tip drill. Jake Barrera catches it.
Yeah, just as you said, Nathan, Barrera is going across the middle, looking for that opening, and the linebacker in front of him, safety behind him. Taylor tried to drop it in there, and as you said, it went right through the linebacker's hands.
He did touch that, didn't he? I thought he caught it, but it went through.
It went right through him, and great concentration by Barrera. That's not easy.
All right, so the pickup gets them a first down all the way out to their own 41-yard line. They're going to run quads this time to this side, which is the wide side of the field. The clock is not running. Snap is back. Coaches wanted the clock to run. They just run a little stop route over there to Lopez, and he'll pick up about 5 yards.
This is a version of the Bulldog running game, right? Take the snap, hit the receiver real quick because they're 8 yards off in coverage, and to start off with, and then just a running game. Just keep it in bounds. They're not even going towards the sideline. They're coming back into the middle and keep the clock running. Or not.
All right, so back to the standard A formation. Barrera to the left, and now a man comes into motion. That's going to be Fierro. He's looking to get outside, and he's not going to be able to do it, Robbie. He's going to be hit and looks like maybe even lose a yard. Whoa, little extracurricular there on the behind the right up by the benches on the Belen side, but no call.
pop sweep by the Bulldogs. Fierro lines up on the right side, comes in motion. Snap is immediately to Taylor. He just tosses it. Fierro takes it, and he looks for a lane. There wasn't one, so he tries to get around the corner. Not much there on that play.
So we're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Artesia Bulldogs will go 2-1 on the season as they get the win over the Belen Eagles. Thus, final score 21-7. Artesia. We're going to get the Guys Chevrolet postgame show going, Robbie, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. So thanks for tuning in here, but stay tuned as we're going to have a wrap up. We're going to go down to Jeff one more time when we come back.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, you'll receive $1,000 in GM accessories when you purchase a new 2021 or 2022 Chevy Silverado, Colorado, Suburban, or Tahoe. So, will it be floor liners or a kicker tailgate audio system? It's all up to you. Hurry in today to Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or buy online at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. But you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Sandy Stockton will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Sandy Stockton in Artesia today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Your pet is an important member of your family. That's why at Artesia Animal Clinic, we strive to provide complete care for your pet. Our services include dental, lab, preventative medicine, surgery, and ultrasound, along with herd health for our livestock friends. We also know how busy you are, so we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. Meet our doctors and staff by visiting artesiaanimalclinic.com or just drop by our clinic at 110 West Mahone, across from the Artesia Ford Service Center. Artesia Animal Clinic, serving the needs of your pets and livestock 24/7, 365 days a year.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Hey friends, here's to a bright and cheery summer. Come by and let Forest Tire check your tires. Cars, trucks, semis, RVs, we do it all. We know that being there is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performances without sacrificing capabilities. So you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Have fun and stay safe. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans, here on KSBP Radio and KSBPTV.com for the Guys Chevrolet game post-game wrap-up. And we're going to drop down to Jeff, and Robbie getting a laugh out of my tongue-tie there. Jeff, that second half was really it was a tale of two halves. The Bulldogs, as you pointed out, got some things going. And what was your final thoughts on the Bulldog win?
Well, I think, guys, after 3 games, some patterns are starting to happen. Obviously, the Bulldogs are getting better. I think on offense, it looks like the underneath stuff is really suiting Nathan Taylor pretty well. Our offense is finding good rhythm when he's hitting our guys quick and early and short routes. Guys, are looking strong. DJ Luna, those.
We're losing you.
Calderon and Pacheco, they're looking tough. So things are looking good. I thought it was a good second half and great win for the Bulldogs.
All right, Jeff, thanks. Robbie, give your final thoughts on the game. Probably pretty similar to what Jeff said.
Yeah, you had down and we had down keys to the game for Belen to get some 3 and outs. I don't think they got many of those for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs stopped themselves. They got some 3 and outs, but it's because we weren't executing. Pressure the quarterback. They did get pressure on Taylor the first half. They adjusted, did not have any pressure on him the second half, maybe one play there towards the end. And then long scoring drives, they needed those, and they didn't. Even their touchdown was a long run, breakaway run, and they had no long scoring drives. So they really did not hit their keys very well at all. Whereas the Bulldogs, timing between quarterback and receivers, that was excellent tonight. We were just dropping some balls or had some miscues throwing, but the timing looks really good. As Jeff said, it's coming along. Solid defensive assignment football. We've bragged on the defense. I'm going to do it again. I don't know that they could have played much better.
Right.
They played solid tonight as a unit. A great game plan by the coaches. And so they were able to get that key and then pick up the blitz. We did pick up the blitz, except for when they brought 2. But they did pick up the blitz and the beat one-on-one. We beat them. We just couldn't get that deep ball tonight.
Right.
We had 1 or 2 steps on them, at times. We're not getting the breakaways we're used to seeing in man-to-man coverage or like they had. But anyway, I think for the most part the Bulldogs hit the keys, and that's why they were successful.
They were, and they get the win. They go to 2-1 on the season. They won tonight here at Belen 21-7, and now they travel once again to Deming, New Mexico next week. We plan to be there. If you can't make it, you can join us online and on the air. I think we're going to try to get online, Gene, and he's saying yes. So we should be online next week at Deming. But Bulldogs win. Bulldogs win 2-1 on the season. Look to go 3-1 next week in Deming. We've got some volleyball action this week coming up on Tuesday, I believe the 7th. We're going to be at home. I think we got a home game. And Gene said, yeah, I think so. So you can tune in if you can't make it. We got soccer tomorrow morning, and we also got some Bulldog action tomorrow at 1. And then we got the varsity volleyball players over at the Las Cruces Sweet 16. We're not covering it, but it isn't on the radio in Roswell. No? Okay. All right, so we thank you for tuning in here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. On behalf of Jeff Hodling, Gene Dow, and Robbie Blue, this is Joby Hodling saying thank you, and we will see you next week. One shout-out to all of our great fans worldwide and also to Gaga. We love you. We'll see you next week.
That concludes this broadcast of Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com. Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com is presented by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Warden Sun Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Healthcare and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed, Guy Chevrolet, KFC of Artesia, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming. It was a whirlwind of a sports season for your Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs, but the dogs gotta do what the dogs gotta